Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Amateurs Guild. We are on session 7 and reeling from a very non-strenuous boat ride. So very.
It was strenuous.
Well, it was strenuous for me, that's for sure.
I had a lot of upper body going on climbing back up.
That is actually true. It was a great workout. It's just no combat.
Or me jumping in and then jumping out for you guys.
Yeah, nonstop. Sebog just jumping off one end, climbing, jumping off the other end, climbing. So we are on session 7 here, and let's do a really quick recap of where we left off. So, in our last session, you guys came back from your adventure, convincing this dwarven army to turn around, using very successful convincing acting on Palescale's part, as well as a really well created spell. What was it? Becca, what was your spell? What was Magic's spell?
Disguise.
It was Disguise Self, yeah, that's right. And coming back, you all came back to this Tiefling village, chatted with them, figured out what would be the best plan moving forward. It was decided that ultimately this dwarven army would be coming right back to you all, and it was going to be something that would not end up permanently dissuading them, and in reality, they're probably more likely to come back even more upset and in full force just because of you all tricking them. So because of this, you all decided to help them, this Tiefling town, this Tiefling settlement, get some allies together. And one of the best ways that you established to do that was to visit Sebog's old master, Kyros, who is a friend of this Tiefling village, and thought that he might be a very powerful asset for them as this dwarven army eventually would come back. Meanwhile, you also had, oh my gosh, what is his name? What is Layla's character's name? Rhaego, thank you. We also had Rhaego.
Nailed.
We're going to do some cutting here. And then we also had Rhaego deciding
Leave
to...
Leave that in.
No, shit, now I have to do it until I recut it. We also had Rhaego heading off to the human kingdom of Rune to try and see if he could convince the king to Bjorn to help this Tiefling town and to rise up against the dwarves, who were obviously very, very much so overreacting and declaring war on this Tiefling town, as well as Tieflings in general, for the death of the Dwarven princess. So as you guys eventually, after a lot of chatting with the town and figuring out what to do, decided to set sail to the monastery where Kyros and Sebog is actually from. And right before doing that, though, at the behest of Lacey, we're able to convince this Tiefling town to make some ditches, do some work to hopefully quell this issue with the vegetation around the settlement, which we still aren't really sure what exactly is happening or what will happen when you all return. But on your way out down there, you went down this path in the Great River, which you thought would be treacherous, and you were warned would be very treacherous, and you ended up getting through with with flying colors. It was something where... what was it? This ship is basically in better condition than when you left it due to all the repair work. And then at the very end here, you arrived at the monastery. So now you have just gotten to a calm in the river. You have just past all of this crazy water, waterfalls, rocks, a couple of weird flora as well that attacked you, and now you're in kind of calmer rivers. And as the ship starts to pull out of this more dense forest section, you start to see it open up, and in the distance, as the river becomes wider, you see this monastery on a slight slope, a small hill, and Sebog, you recognize this as home. This ship pulls into the harbor. You guys are able to toss a line to the Tiefling monks who are waiting on the dock when they saw your ship come out of the woods. They're able to tie up the rope to the dock, and you guys are able to exit the ship. So now you guys are exiting the ship on the dock, and what would you like to do?
They're also Tieflings?
Yeah. You see Tieflings in robes who you can assess are most likely part of this monastery just because of their get up, their robes and whatnot.
Because they look a little bit like me. Not look, but wearing whatever.
They look just like Sebog, except not turtle people.
Tieflings.
Yeah.
So, welcome everyone to my home. This monastery is Tohu, and this is the town of Lockwood.
You see, as you guys are kind of chatting right in the dock here, some of the monks who are helping to kind of tie up the ship kind of nod to you, and you recognize them. It's not a massive monastery. Most of the people kind of know each other there, and so they kind of give you nods. And you've only actually really been gone for like a week, so it really hasn't been too long for you.
It's been a long week.
It's been a long week, but it's been just a week, so. You come back, and obviously everything is very much so the way you remember it. You see, this again, this monastery on this hill, this older kind of building. You see a lot of civilians kind of walking around, a lot of monks in robes and walking around, a lot of tieflings, but also you see a lot of different races as well. This seems to be, as you guys can kind of check out all the different races kind of getting along in this settlement right here. Seems to be kind of like a refuge for people who either have been misplaced or just haven't really been able to find a specific area to call home. So you see races of all different kinds. You see elves, you see tieflings, you see a couple humans here and there too, but you do not see any dwarves. Something that's makes a little bit of sense, knowing a little bit more about the relationship between tieflings and dwarves, and the relationship that you have seen, especially at the that small tiefling settlement. So as you look forward, the dock kind of leads up into this town, and you can kind of enter in and kind of get a better look at it. So I imagine you guys start walking toward the town.
Yeah. What do you guys want to see? Can I show you around?
Please.
Lacey just climbs up and sits on Sebog's shoulders.
Cool.
Says, "Let's go, big buddy."
So what do I know?
Cool. Yeah. So you walk through. Sebog starts kind of giving you guys a tour, talking to you, a little bit about the town, but also about some of the shenanigans he'd get into as a kid and whatnot, as well as, my friends would hang out here, and this is what we would do over here. As you guys are walking through, it really does, the monastery is kind of the staple of this settlement, really. It's definitely bigger than the Tiefling settlement that you got to before. It's probably a population of a few hundred or so, but it's definitely based around this monastery, which kind of sits at the highest point of this hill, when the rest of the town is kind of built around it. So you do see traders, you see, some blacksmith. It's definitely more built up and bustling than the settlement that you guys are coming from. Dwarfs in comparison to Rune and that kind of elaborate city metropolis that you guys saw at the beginning of your journey, though. So as you guys are walking through again, you just see this ultimately really peaceful, beautiful kind of town around this monastery. And as you're walking through Sebog, you give nods to everybody. You kind of greet them, give them a wave. People know you by name. Again, it's a very small town, basically the population of like a medium-sized high school, essentially. So everyone knows each other very well and is very familiar and cordial. And you see that people are very friendly, even to you guys who are completely new here. As you walk through. Go ahead and, Sebog, give me a perception check. Actually, I guess you guys all can give me perception checks.
Maybe Sebog would have an advantage.
No.
Maybe.
Sing it.
Fuck you,
Sing it.
13.
Okay.
A 20, not nat.
Okay.
Ooh.
Perception?
Yeah.
6.
Got a 9.
Solid.
Works in your own town.
So you guys are all walking around. You're definitely letting your guard down, just enjoying this nice, very friendly area. And the only person who's kind of more at the edge of the group is Madras, who notices this figure in the background, kind of creeping up behind Sebog. What do you do?
One moment.
So do your spells.
The figure is getting closer.
Hey, relax.
The figure approaches.
Relax. Hey, Sebog.
Yeah?
There's a dude.
There's many people.
You
No,
say,
there's a guy behind you.
as you say this, Sebog, you feel a figure jump onto your back and start to put you into a headlock, and you have no idea what's happening.
But I'm on his shoulders.
Oh yeah, okay. Lacey, you get you. Oh, that's a great point. I totally forgot about that. Lacey, you can see this figure. They don't knock you off, and you realize because you're right there, that you're on his shoulders, that this is like a playful thing. So you're not in danger, and Sebog is not in danger. Otherwise, you would have, of course, been knocked off, which seems very apparent this figure is not trying to do that.
So is this figure on top of Sebog also?
Jump behind Sebog and put him in like a headlock.
But he's not like on his back?
No, because Sebog's only
Standing next to
5'10".
him?
Yeah.
5'10".
I climb up on that guy's shoulder.
So as you guys realize what's happening, you turn around and you actually see this this tiefling woman, this like young woman about like probably in her like 30s or so, jump behind Sebog and put him in like a playful headlock. As you do that, Pale Scales, you decide just instinctually to jump on as well, and then you realize she just suddenly just kind of breaks from the headlock and says, "Okay, I'm friends with Sebog, but I do not know who the rest of you are." So
I thought this is how we make friends. This is a cultural thing here. I'm not from here. I'm from Pigstrough.
I guess that's fair that you would think that.
You're very strong.
You see, she releases, and then Sebog, you turn around, and this is one of your good friends growing up, Demacia. She is this tiefling woman who has always been kind of like a sister to you. A slightly older figure. She's definitely very young at heart, but she is definitely trying to jump and get the catch you off guard there as she saw you kind of walking back into town. But you see that she turns around, she goes, "Sebog, it's so good to see you," and goes and give you a hug.
It feels like it's been forever.
She embraces you, kind of lets go, and just says, "Yeah, it's when you said you were leaving, I figured you'd be gone longer than a week."
The plan was to be, but we've been sidetracked, kind of far from where we were going. So we were trying to find Kyros. Actually, do you happen to know where he is right now?
You see her expression goes from like this elated kind of joy to a little bit of a concerned face, and she nods and says, "Oh, yes, it's really interesting that you bring up Kyros. Here, let's go back to my tent. He's alive, but it's let me just tell you in privacy. So you see that she leads you back to her tent, just a small, again, like this is a very lightly built up town, not much bigger than the settlement that you guys came from. So everyone has kind of their own tents and like huts and stuff like that. It's still very relaxed and kind of not super wealthy. It's kind of built around a monastery. Everyone lives kind of humbly. As you kind of come in, she lets you all inside, leads you guys inside, and you guys are in this medium-sized hut or so, and she kind of ushers you to take a seat. She sits down next to you, Sebog, and says, "I'm sure it's not a coincidence that you're here just days after Kyros came back for being gone for a month. But at least I'm glad that you seem to be in much better spirits. When Kyros came back, I was excited to see him. Everyone was excited that he was back, but as soon as he arrived, he just seemed incredibly concerned. There was something that was just very, very heavy on his shoulders that he wouldn't exactly talk about, but whatever he experienced when he was out, I think especially visiting the Dwarven city, it troubled him greatly. And that was a little while ago. That was about a few days ago. And just yesterday, he decided that whatever possessed him to believe this, he thinks that the answers to the questions that he has and the questions that were brought up in the Dwarven city are going to be answered in the Forbidden Crypt. And when she says this, your heart kind of sinks. You remember the Forbidden Crypt to be this dark, mysterious place just on the outside of the monastery. And like its namesake, it is completely forbidden to go there. Many people believe that it's haunted, that there are evil spirits there, and that going there would essentially, corrupt people who would be exposed to it. So it was discovered after the monastery was built up, and it's shrouded in nature. You've seen it before from a distance, but you, when you were younger, were way too scared to go in there and get too close to it. So you saw it from maybe like 100 yards away. Mm-hmm. But it's this this crypt kind of built out of the ground that leads to the underground, you believe. But again, it's something that's very, very taboo to go to. It's completely forbidden, and nobody that you know of has ever been there. So she tells you this and just kind of just waits for your expression, your concern, and is ready to kind of comfort you.
What do you guys know about current events outside of Lockwood?
She sits there and says, well, before he left, Kyros did tell us about what he had heard with the city of Rune and the Dwarven princess. He seemed to think that it was connected to the Forever War and what's been happening with Bjorn and his isolationism and the dwarves acting up and becoming more militaristic. And he just was shouting these things when he was getting back. And when I would try to get more answers out of him, he just would push me away and didn't want to discuss it, and just felt that there was something that he needed to figure out and he wasn't sure how to do it, and ultimately thought that the crypt would have his answers.
We can't talk long because we need to find him about it, but he's probably...
She looks very surprised and she says, wow, okay, I guess I'm happy that you said that, because that means my worst fears of him completely losing his mind might not be the case. But if that's true, then we would have to trust that he would be okay. And I believe in my heart of hearts that he's alive, and we both know he's a very strong fighter. But it's the Forbidden Crypt is a terrible place.
It's okay. We have a magic user. Lacey, cast Detect Kyros. You can do that, right?
It's not a spell.
Why not?
Because the spells aren't named after people.
Kyros is a people.
So there's no spell.
Oh!
She just looks confused and turns back to Sebog and says, I'm glad that you've met some friends here, but I'd make a stretch to say that they might not know anything about the Forbidden Crypt.
They're definitely not from around here.
She nods and says, well, and she looks over the rest of you like, well, of course, you all are welcome here. We're very welcoming and hospitable place, but, the Forbidden Crypt is long been a source of fear, of worry, and many believe it to be cursed. It's a place that is forbidden for lack of a better word.
I mean, we just went through a river that was supposed to be super tough, and it was fine.
What's the shape of the
She nods. What was that?
What's the shape of the crypt?
She thinks about it and she says, well, I've only ever seen the entrance from a distance, but
Like rectangular?
it's
With a little dip
it's kind of
underneath?
it's kind of trapezoidal.
Maybe like a trough?
I guess it could kind of be like a trough if it was much deeper and set on its side.
When you say like a trough, do you mean like trough-like?
I guess some could say that.
I think we'll be okay.
He looks over at Sebog,
sounds
completely bewildered.
I don't know.
She nods, says, well, as much as I'd like to believe that Kyros would be completely okay, and I believe he's alive, I have no idea what's in this crypt, and I have no clue the condition he's in. If he went down there. He went down there yesterday. He's been gone for 24 hours at least.
No, we should go find him then.
She nods and says, I mean, is going into the crypt something you feel ready to do?
We do. I trust these people fighting wise.
She nods and kind of chuckles and says, all right, well, obviously I don't know how tired you all are from your journey, but of course you can, rest here or Sebog even. I mean, if, you still have a room up in the monastery. If you guys want to get rest before you go, that might be wise, or maybe it makes more sense to go in immediately if you have your heart set on that. I can't tell you what would be the best option, but, if anything I can do to help or give you guys any information would be great. She kind of looks over to UC Bog and says, I hate to say it, but I don't think it would be right for me to go into the crypt. I hope you don't think me a coward,
No.
but I feel like I wouldn't be able to help much. And that obviously she, is not like Yara. She's not like a complete commoner. She's definitely strong, willed, and very charismatic, but that she's not a fighter.
Yeah.
So she's kind of just being very honest about herself. But again, she just looks at the rest of you and just says, if there's anything you need, we have a lot of shops in town before you go, or if you want to just head over there as soon as possible, that might be the best for Kyros' sake, but it's really up to you.
How are you guys feeling?
Ever since the flowers did the hurt song, my ear holes have been bleeding, like, a lot.
We should rest.
It's both ear holes. And it's like the bad tasting blood.
Stop eating the blood.
It's the kind with like the pussies in it.
Pale scales. That's enough.
You see that she nods and says, okay, yeah, maybe you should rest then. That sounds bad.
Brain hurt.
Hey,
Inside my face.
hey, hi. You said you grew up with Sebog?
I did, yes.
Is he a nerd?
She's like, no, and kind of pulls you aside and is like, yes, a total nerd.
That was never a nerd.
Nerd bug. Nerd
Wait,
bug.
did he told you about our nickname we gave him as a kid? She kind of hits you over the shoulder and just says, wow, I like these friends of yours already.
No. I don't know how to lighten the mood.
But
I slip her a sticker of a daisy.
but she says, well, of course, if you want to stay here, if you want to go to your place in the monastery, I will say, obviously, if you're planning on going to the Forbidden Crypt, it does, make sense to, when you do eventually leave, maybe try to do it out of eyesight. If you returned and people knew you went to the crypt, it might not be taken very well.
What time is it? Or like day. But...
Yeah, it's like it's probably close to evening. Like the sun's not setting yet, but it's getting later in the day. All the shops and stuff are still open though. But you obviously had while you were on the river was like the full day. Yeah.
Okay. So do you guys want to look around before we pack it up for the night?
What kind of shops?
Yeah.
I like stuff.
Sebog, you know that there are tailors, there are blacksmiths. Definitely, again, more built up than the settlement you guys just came from. Not anything too crazy, but you can probably find most categories of things that you might need, especially for to go out on like an adventure or something.
What do you guys think? Do you want to check it out? Do you want to make your rope fit? You, Lacey?
I don't know what you're talking about, and she puts it on, and you just see it go all the way to the floor.
Is this your
Robe of useful items.
Yeah, when you put it on, it actually conforms to your size.
Nerd. In
Seems
character.
Nice.
She just walks along.
You see, Demacia is just like dying laughing, and she's like, "Man, I forgot that we called you Nerdbog. That's not going away anytime soon."
I like her.
I didn't forget.
Cool. So you guys, do you want to explore the city? Do you want to rest? What would you like to do?
I am trying to rest.
Okay.
What about y'all?
I'm good.
I'd rest.
Yeah, we can call it a night.
I'm trying to do a
Pack it
heal.
up.
Cool.
Well, it's going to be a long rest, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah. You'll have time for. I mean, you can take as long as a rest as you'd like to. Essentially, you're
Yes.
the amount of time. Yeah, the amount of time that you take. You know that Kyros is in a dangerous place, so you are just balancing the amount of time you want to. Yeah, you're balancing guilt and comfort right now.
How damaged is the party?
I'm
not.
not.
I have
I spent
fallout.
one key
I'm
point
at 28.
out of my 5.
I'm 6 points down.
So
I'm
I'm the only one that would actually need to heal, so we might not need to rest. I might need to just find it all
I mean, would a short rest be fine for you? I mean, I have 3 health potions
Oh.
through. That's probably a better
that do
fit.
4d4 plus 4.
Probably a better option than like wasting time on the rest, right?
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it would only be
How
to
far-
heal
how-
one party member.
How hurt are you?
I'm at 11 out of 37.
Oh.
And Pale Scales, you feel the back of your head is just throbbing. And you remember that, of course, that when you fell off the ship at one point, you just slammed your head against the railing of the bow as you fell. So, yeah, you definitely, feel exhausted, to say the least.
I
Yeah.
have a throbbing head wound.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I'll give. I mean, what? How many potions do you want?
They do what?
It's
4d4?
4d4.
44? Let's
It
start
should
with
be
one.
44 plus 4, yeah.
44 plus
Let's
4.
just start with 1. So
I mean, I guess you can take as many as you want. So
let's just start with
That's
the
not your
first.
default.
that's an 8.
Oh, duh.
It's a triangle, yeah.
I always do that. 3. 3. 3.
What?
So 13,
Solid.
17 points back.
Yep.
So it's just 28.
Yeah, 28.
All right. Good enough.
Yeah.
Is
Right,
it good
so
enough, or
yeah.
should we?
We have all the
Like, do you
help
want? I mean, I have.
I think you should get.
Do you want
yourself
another
max
one?
health.
I will hold it.
You'll
but
hold it.
I won't use
Okay.
it.
So you have 1 health potion of
I'll put it in the bag of
4d4.
holding.
4d4 plus 4.
Cool.
I've given you guys all a thing.
And you do know as well, Sebog, you do know this as well. There are, healers in town as well. So, that could be something that if you wanted to maybe kind of split the difference. But if you're really worried about time, then the best thing would be just to go. Yeah.
Did we use the sage green or the blue potion? No, right?
No.
Did we use the gold one?
I have the sage one and the gold one.
Okay.
Do you have those written down, what they are?
Yes.
Perfect.
I gave
Because I have my wrong
Gold and
notebook.
elixir of fire, and then we have the sage green potion, which I don't remember what the sage green one does.
Heroism.
the sage
Okay.
Right.
buff stuff.
And then the
Buff.
blue is
Buff
invisibility.
Buff stats. I didn't get the exact definitions of all of them. I just got what they do. I gave one of you guys the blue potion.
I have the blue.
And then I gave
I was-
Lacey the green.
Yeah.
I was just
Yes.
making sure that these are not in a bag of holding because I marked them as not in there. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
And then I didn't really know if either of the two would help
And
anyone else, so I kept them for
okay. I'm good. I'm good to go if we want to go to the crib.
now.
Cool.
Forbidden Crypt.
All right, you guys go to the Forbidden Trough. You see that Demacia just kind of, gives you another hug, Sebog, and says it's good to have you back, and then helps you kind of walk to the edge of the city and kind of keeps a watch out for you guys to make sure that, like, no one's kind of seeing you go in there. Because, again, you know this very well that, like, there's a strong chance you could be shunned, from the monastery for, like, going there even. It's that strong of an emotion people have about it. So you guys start walking, and as you kind of go down this hill, as you're leaving this like small town, you get to kind of the edge of the woods, like this forest line, kind of out of starting to get into more of the rough spot, less of the cleared out area. And as you do, right at the mouth of like the forest, you see this trapezoidal kind of stone structure that has moss and grass kind of growing over it and hiding it. But you notice that as it kind of extends out of the ground, it's kind of like if you're approaching from the other way, it might look like a hill, like you wouldn't even notice it. But at the very front of the of this crypt, it is completely untouched by nature. It is just these hard, big stones, this like darkened kind of stone all across the front. And you see these three big pillars kind of right in front of that trapezoid kind of coming out. And then a big arch that seems to have three different buttons, or I should say big bricks kind of sticking out right in front of this kind of archway that you would imagine would be some kind of a entrance to the crypt.
I'm assuming I wouldn't know how to open it since it's...
You definitely have not opened it before.
Yeah.
But you can, if you guys all want to get close enough, you can then roll a perception check.
20, not nat.
I'm not seeing things today.
I have a 15.
Oh,
Nice.
I got these.
So the team is
Nice. Okay.
how about -2 so long?
Still better than me.
So, you guys get close, and then you start to see this structure just get a little bit more clear. And as you get closer, you see like more detail, especially in these pillars. You notice as you start to get within 20 feet of it, at the top of these pillars, which stand about 10, 15-ish feet tall, there are three little statues on top of them. One all the way to the left is a sword, one all the way to the right is a crown, and then one in the middle is just a little orb. These are stone structures, they're not actual objects, but they're kind of carved into the top of these pillars. And then beyond that, just 10 feet or so, is the actual entrance to the crypt.
Okay.
Is the entrance to the crypt open?
You would probably have to,
Approach it.
from where you guys are right now, it looks like it's kind of a wall, but you do see these three little bricks kind of sticking out, just kind of obtruding from the wall by an inch or so. So you'd have to probably get right up to it to see.
You see Sebog take a deep breath, like he's nervous. And he starts getting closer to the door. He wants to find Kyros.
Cool.
And he takes a look at his buttons.
Cool. So you pass by the. Yeah, I don't know why I'm always laughing when you look at me, because ever since the thing in the forest. But as you go by the pillars, you actually know this is the closest you've ever been to this. You notice that it is actually all these pillars have these really really tiny symbols in them, and as you get closer, you realize they're all the same symbol. They're kind of like this this triangle with this circle at one end. So it kind of looks like a triangle, but one of the corners in the bottom right hand is this circle that kind of breaks up the triangle. And this looks really familiar. Well, first, everyone give me a history check. This looks, history or religion actually would be better. Give me a religion check, and but Lacey and Pale Scales, you can do it with advantage.
Okay, because I rolled that one.
I got a 7.
Nice.
I can do it with advantage?
That would be a 16. I'm proficient in religion.
That's a nat 20.
Hey!
Nice.
I couldn't see shit, but I remember my...
But I remember everything. All right, what did everybody else get?
16.
Okay.
11.
Okay. Lacey, you see this and you're like, I've definitely seen this before. You're like, I've seen this symbol before and recently, and I don't remember where. Pale Scales, it just looks like some weird, dumb hieroglyphic thing.
This is stupid.
Yes. It doesn't look like a trough at all.
I hate it.
And Sebog, when you look at this, you remember this from like stories when you were a kid, but you see the symbol and suddenly just, however it does, it just jogs your memory that this is the symbol of a really powerful god and a evil god. This is a symbol of Cyric, which is the god of treachery. And so you know this, and you remember this from like old, kid versions of some stories of them where, they're like a bad guy, but of course it doesn't get too gruesome or anything.
Yeah.
But you just remember this entity being an evil god who would play tricks on other people for his own enjoyment. And so that kind of jogs your memory, and you realize that either this crypt is some kind of, statue to him or built in his honor or something along those lines. But you see these like small little, the symbol just over and over again in really, really small kind of fine carving and inscription all kind of around these pillars as you go by them. And as you get closer, you kind of see it as like a border around the crypt as well.
Oh.
Buddy, do you know what this means?
Why can everyone read but me? Everyone's acting all weird. It's just a knot trough.
But the symbol on the trough, not trough, is it's a symbol for a very evil and powerful god.
God?
Yeah.
Lacey takes out her knapsack and she pulls out the book on gods that she has. And she says, "What's the god's name?"
Cyric.
And she turns and she tries to find Cyric in
Yeah.
the book.
Yeah, cool. So you go ahead and find it in the book. You kind of skim through, and then finally, when you get to this, the page for Cyric, you see this very gaunt, almost elvish-looking figure, long black hair, strong widow's peak, and again, just very gray, almost whitish-looking skin, very slender, and wearing red and black clothing. Also carrying a very, very long, thin sword. You see the symbol right next to his, kind of like the drawing of him, and it is the exact same symbol as the one that you're seeing here. So you look into this, and you see that this is a Cyric, the god of treachery, the god of lies, trickery, strife, and it talks about him having, previously he's held dominion over tyranny, murder, lies, intrigue, illusion, and it was also told that Cyric would, one of the few gods who would actually play in the mortal realm and would go beyond the plane of the gods, and actually would play tricks and toy with mortals in this plane here for his own enjoyment. So often referred to as the Prince of Lies as well. So it does have a quote there, which is saying that one time a rogue traveler passed by Cyric and heard him say, you don't know how legitimate this is, but people have claimed to hear him say, "It all depends on me, you see, nothing is certain until I have beheld it and set it in place, until I have placed myself above it or below it or after. I am the one, the all, the face behind the mask, I am everything." And so you also get the idea this is a god who is very full of himself. But you do know the big takeaway there is that plays tricks, plays games, and likes to, is amused by the pain of others.
Is there anything there that mentions his sword, the orb, or the crown?
Not in this passage, no. You do see a reference as you read through to the unholy trinity, but it doesn't refer to anything beyond it being a group of items that Cyric had been known to bless and endow his powers into.
Gotcha. Okay. Seems shitty.
Yes.
So, Sebog, you approach the front?
Seeing these symbols, I feel like we're going to have to solve some puzzles, gang.
No. You do it. I can't read.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Pale Scales, as you say that, you're obviously feeling much better because of your potions, but you realize that the back of your head is still throbbing, and you don't really have any idea why. As
Spit on my head. It feels weird. Spit on it.
I will actually spit on my hand. And
Close.
Hold
Close
on.
That'll work.
Maybe it'll work. Give me a second. What are we doing here? I swear I have something.
Need my healing punch?
Yeah, but I think I have like a specific healing punch that actually cures things.
Corpse puncher.
Yeah, corpse puncher over here.
Puncher.
Voice puncher now.
Oh no, where is it?
While he's looking for that, so there's the sword, the orb, and the crown, and then there's the three like big buttons.
they look like bricks from where you are. You're still on the other side of the pillars. Sebog has started to walk through, and then as he walked through, he saw it. But you guys, if you want to approach the door, you definitely can. Or the mouth of the crypt.
Yeah,
basically.
I'm going to approach the mouth of the crypt and
Okay.
see if I can see anything that might have a clue to what's going on.
Okay, cool. So you approach, you see, again, you walk right by those pillars. As you get very close to the door, or the entrance, I should say, you see these three bricks, and as you get closer, you notice that they have three, these each have a symbol that looks very similar to the one that you passed by, but the one on the left has this triangle, and then it has kind of a rectangle that looks kind of like a door, and then it has the third one, or the middle one looks like it has a triangle and then a circle, and then the third one all the way over to the right has a triangle and then a square, and it looks like they're protruding as if to push them like a button, but you're not really sure if that's the way to get in, or knowing what you know about Cyric, if this is a trap or what this might be.
I don't want you to repeat the quote if it's useless.
It is. Do you want me to read the quote again? I can read, because you have the book in front of you. You can totally read it again if you'd like to.
Can I read it out loud?
Yeah.
I can't do it yet.
By you read it out loud, you mean me read it out loud?
Yeah, me
okay,
read it
cool.
out loud.
I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know if you want me to send it to you or...
No.
Okay, yeah, so you read this quote again, it just says, "It all depends on me, you see, nothing is certain until I have beheld it and set it in place, until I have placed myself above it or below, before it or after. I am the one, the all, the face behind the mask, I am everything."
I can't do what I want to do, so I'll still just smack with my spit-filled hand.
Okay, cool.
Nice. I start rubbing shit on there.
Cool.
It's not helping.
Yeah, it doesn't help at all.
Not even placebo effect. Damn. This is good. Yeah, I feel much better.
And everyone give me... Is everyone at the door, or are you guys all still spaced out, or...
I'm at the door.
I'm at the door.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you guys all get there. Everyone give me a perception check.
3.
10.
Ooh.
14.
8.
Cool. You said 3, Becca?
3.
Oh, wait, Becca, what did you say?
I have 10.
Yeah, looks like a bunch of bricks sticking out of a wall to you guys. Looks like a bunch of bricks sticking out of a wall for you guys. It doesn't really, can't really understand what you might do with it, but they are just kind of, they're the only thing obtruding from this wall.
You said there was one symbol on each pillar, and it was the sword, the crown, and the orb. What order were those? Like, where, position-wise?
So there's one symbol on all of the pillars. There's one symbol on all of the pillars,
Yeah.
which is the triangle with the circle in the bottom right-hand
Yeah.
corner, which is the one in the middle of the bricks that you're seeing. There's also, on the bricks only, there's also on the left one, there's a triangle with a rectangle, like a tall one that looks kind of like a door, but just looks like a square that is in the same spot as the circle for the other one. And then all the way to the right, you have the same thing, except it's more of a square. It's kind of more, almost like if that rectangle was on its side. Looks a little wider.
Mm-hmm.
The sword, the orb, and the crown, were they, like, carved into...
I'm just, I just smile a lot. I'm literally not giving anything away.
Were they carved into anything, or, like, could you actually pick them up?
They're symbols, I think you said.
the actual things at the top of the pillars,
Yeah.
they look to be stone. They look to be just carvings, yeah.
Could I do a further investigation? Like, could I...
Do you want to, like climb up there and try to do something specifically
could I do,
with them?
like, an investigation roll?
Yeah, what are you
You're
investigating
just saying what you
specifically?
wanna attempt, though. Like, what are you
I-
investigating?
The brick wall a little bit further.
Okay. What about the brick wall? Like, are you looking for an opening, or are you... Okay, cool. So you investigate... Go ahead, yeah, you can give me an investigation check.
I got a 23.
Cool. You do not see an opening anywhere.
Damn.
Damn. Okay, so what if I climb up those pillars and do another one?
You can do an investigation on the top of the pillars if you'd like. Yeah. As long as they're different investigations, you can, do that.
A 22.
They look to be stone statues, and there's nothing of interest to them
Alright.
except really great craftsmanship.
So, it's 3 pillars.
Huh?
They have different triangle markings and different, like a sword, stone, and crown on them as well.
The pillars?
Yeah.
The pillars have, the middle one is, they make a triangle, and the middle one has an orb on it, and then the one to the left has a sword carving at the top, and then the one on the right has a crown carving at the top.
And then where are the triangle symbols?
They're kind of like carved all around. So they're around like in circles as like kind of decorations like carved into the pillars, as well as around the edge of the mouth of this crypt.
There's no riddle carved anywhere.
So the sword is the one on the left?
So there's one on the left, yeah.
I approach that pillar.
Okay.
And I place my hand on the brick.
Okay. Wait, the pillar or the brick? Okay. so you're not near the pillar.
Wait, is the brick not in the pillar?
It's aligned with it, but it's like 10 feet behind it. So when you first walked in, you had like 3 pillars in the shape of a triangle, and then 10 feet behind that, you have the mouth of this cavern, or crypt. And then, but the those 3 bricks kind of line up if you're looking straight shot, like where you came from, if you're looking right at it, each brick kind of lines up to a pillar.
So I'm at like the mouth of the cave.
Yeah.
And the bricks are protruding from the wall of the cave.
Yeah, they're like an inch out of the wall. Yeah, and then each one of them has a symbol. The sword one. Yeah.
I place my hand on the brick with the sword.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw.
If, said there was going to be combat. It's mental combat.
It's all self-combat.
Constitution. It's an 11.
Okay, you are going to take 23 points of fire damage.
What?
Ooh.
Isn't like 5 health?
You took a health potion.
Yeah, and he's at 28.
Thank
after
God.
that.
Thank God you did. Holy crap.
25.
Oh, he's at 5 health now. It was 23.
Okay. Yeah, I'm at 5 health.
You might need to drink that health potion.
Oh.
Can I look to see if there's anything transcribed on the brick, like in writing or anything like that?
On the bricks that are protruding?
Yeah.
All you see, yeah, you can just see it. Like all you see is just that they have they each have a symbol, which is really just the triangle. You know, if you're looking left to right, the one on the left has a triangle with the the vertical rectangle. One in the middle has a triangle with the circle, and then the one on the right has a triangle with a square.
So, I would like to cast Mage Hand and remove the brick with the crown. And I stand far away.
Yeah. Which brick are you trying to
Crown.
The
do?
crown one.
Oh, okay. The one to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You cast Mage Hand on it, and nothing seems to happen.
So when I pull it out in the same way that he tried to.
It does. Well, the brick doesn't move.
Oh. Okay. So when he touched it, it didn't move either.
It didn't move. No, it just hurt him.
It just hurt. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I want to try pushing it in then.
With the Mage Hand,
Yeah.
it doesn't move.
Do I have to recast Mage Hand to try the warp?
No, you can keep trying it.
Cool.
The same thing happens. Nothing happens. The brick doesn't move. Nothing. No visual cues happen.
Sebog's gonna go and touch the one that's the middle one, the triangle with the circle.
Okay, you go ahead and touch the one with the triangle and the circle. And as soon as you touch it, the brick doesn't move, but you can just hear this rumbling, and all the bricks kind of on the outside, this kind of front-facing wall, just start to crumble and open up into this opening to the crypt where you can walk through. And you realize that it was the same symbol that was all over the place, and the trick was really just the one that you'd play on yourself.
Yeah. Why aren't we touching that one?
So the mouth of the cave opens, and you guys are able. The crypt is open. It's kind of this like long, dark tunnel that kind of leads inward and slightly downward. Would you guys like to enter?
Yeah.
I am moving it.
Is it dark enough that you would need like dark vision?
It's dark, but no, not
Okay.
quite there.
I'm like, oh
And
no.
I was just curious.
Yeah. No, there's some like lighting coming in from the the outside lighting, because it's kind of like becoming dusk. So there's still light kind of shining in there, and that kind of illuminates it a little bit.
Gotcha. Okay.
4d4 plus 4?
Yes.
3, 4, 4, 4.
15, 19.
Okay.
Cool. So you guys start walking into here, And as you walk through, you notice this kind of trapezoidal shape just goes on for a long time. Like, it feels like you guys are walking for a really long time. And so you also know that you're probably underground now, knowing that just kind of the angle that it was kind of facing in, going into the earth. Surprisingly, though, even though you guys keep walking for like 10 minutes or so, it is still illuminated. It's kind of weird. Doesn't look like there's any specific light sources, but it just doesn't seem dark enough to where you can't see, which is definitely peculiar to you. As you keep walking, eventually you start to notice some, the ground kind of texture changing a little bit. Everyone give me a perception roll.
9.
17.
16.
Perception is a 19.
Nice. So everybody but Lacey noticed, which is funny because she's the closest one to the ground. You all notice, as you start to walk closer, the illumination helps. You start to see bones kind of scattered across the ground. And as you walk, closer, you notice that they kind of become a little bit more dense, just these random bones all across the ground. And you realize that, it's just kind of difficult to keep walking through without, trying to step on them or anything. What would you guys like to do?
Lacey didn't notice, she was actively stepping on bones.
Yeah, Lacey's about to start just walking straight into the bones. If you guys want her to keep going, if you want her to stop.
I put my hook out. My hooker rope.
Okay. You stop her. She just keeps walking and starts to dig herself a hole like in a cartoon.
Again?
Yeah, exactly. It happens every
It's
time.
gotta be
It's
you.
your signature move.
I'm actually gonna grab you and put you on my back for this one.
I pick up a bone with my hook.
Tail scales. As soon as you bend down and make contact with the bone shoots underground, and then you start to see all the other bones littering into the cave, like farther in, shoot into the ground as well, and then a rumbling starts to happen below you. Everyone, roll initiative.
Why you gotta touch stuff?
I'm curious.
We literally just stopped her from stepping on bones, and you're gonna.
I was going to examine them and figure out what killed it. Also, nat
19.
Also nat 20.
Okay.
Try.
Hold on, guys. He's rolling a lot of initiative.
It's fine.
Wiggly,
It's fine.
bony,
It's like
dry.
one initiative per piece of bone.
It's fine, guys. Don't even worry about it. As Tailscales, you touch this bone, they all shoot into the ground. You hear this rumbling. You guys ready yourselves. And then the first thing that happens is you see a hand shoot out of the ground and pull itself out. The skeletal hand starts to climb out of the dirt underneath it and cobblestone and kind of rips through and starts to walk toward you. This is a skeleton with no weapons, just starts to climb toward you guys and is going to go ahead and make an attack roll on you, Damien.
Is it crawling or standing?
It's standing. It's walking. It's like a full humanoid skeletal body. So he's going to go ahead and make an attack against you, Damien. And does a 15 hit.
How do I check?
Your AC.
Just your AC.
My AC.
It's been that long since combat.
is 12, so yeah. Oh, that is.
Okay, so he's going to hit you, and he's not going to do too much damage, because he is not carrying a weapon. He does 4 damage. But you got your second potion, which is good.
Yeah.
That would have brought you down.
At 1.
Okay, now it is your turn, Pale Skills. Just see this one skeleton here.
Okay. I cast Shatter with a 2nd level spell slot. I select underneath the skeleton.
Hmm.
I have to select a point. It's a 10-foot radius centered on a point.
Okay.
So I'm going to place the point underneath the skeleton in between its feet.
Okay.
Standing.
And it's like a It's like a radius,
It
like
is a 10-foot radius centered on that point.
Okay.
Each creature in that 10-foot radius must make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, that's a good move. All right. 7 for one, nat 20 for another, and then a 16 for the third.
And this is based on my save DC? Right.
It should be your spellcasting modifier, which I think is charisma?
My spell modifier is +5, and my spell attack is +8.
So it should be 15, because usually
It
it's...
should just be +8, I believe, right? Because they're two different ones. Like, one's
Yeah.
built on the other, I believe.
Yeah.
Spell save DC... The save DC is 16.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, so
Okay.
it's 16.
Okay.
Sorry, totally misunderstood.
So one has a nat 20, so that's no good. And then the other ones were below 16?
Yes, one had 16, which he's still gonna be affected though. Yeah.
Okay. So, on a successful throw, they take 3d8 thunder damage on a failed save,
Ooh, okay.
and half as much on a successful one.
Okay, so go ahead and roll me the full amount, and then I'll have it for the nat 20 guy.
That would be this, right?
Yes.
Yep.
That's 8 sides. 8,
Cool.
6,
Still great.
and 8.
Ooh!
So
22.
22. 22 damage, right, for the
22
full.
damage for the full and 11 for the half.
Cool. So this one right in front of you, just crumbles like into dust, right? It just kind of breaks apart, into just bone dust, bone meal, which isn't what that is, I don't think. But then you see, you hear like kind of like a rumbling below, and you're unaware of what the other ones happened because they're underground. But you hit him because I rolled.
Yeah, right.
So cool. Anything else you'd like to do?
I know I hit him.
Yes.
Everybody else has no idea.
Yes.
I don't think I can take any bonus actions, so that's it for my turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That will go to Sebog.
Do I see anything?
You see... Yeah, no, you don't. You just kind of feel that rumbling in the ground.
Then I'm gonna let Lacey down because she's still on my back. Probably.
That's why you didn't see the thing, because you were so far up.
So I'm gonna let her down. Then I'm gonna pat old man Pale Scales over here and
Oh, nice.
spend a key point to heal him.
Nice.
Lit.
No, not that great. 5 health.
Nice. Take it.
Cool. All right, anything else?
That's all I got for now.
Okay. So on the next turn, you see another skeletal hand kind of rip out of the ground and pull himself out. It's another skeleton, looks very similar to the other one, just kind of this ragged, animated skeleton with no weapons, and starts to walk toward you guys and is going to... how are you guys oriented? I know Pale Scales, you're kind of at the front because you went and go touch them.
Yeah.
So I think that... and how close are you guys all in proximity?
Well, she's gonna be right
I'm
next
right
to me
next to
because
him.
I just put her down.
Right.
But I can't imagine. I mean, I just smacked him on the back, so I can't imagine we're too far. At least the three of us are too far.
Right. Okay. Cool. Then I'm gonna say he goes ahead after Sebog. Surprisingly, the biggest character there. I think. How tall is Pale Scales?
I actually don't know what my height is. Let me look. I think it's like around 5'10" too.
Oh shit!
I'm pretty sure I'm 6 foot though.
Yeah,
You're
you're just
tall.
you're just over everyone.
You're
Yeah, I'm
tall,
6
lady.
foot.
Okay, he's gonna go after Becca then. His skeleton's not really super smart or strategic, so. He is going to go after you, Madras, and is going to go ahead and make an attack roll on you, just with his bare skeletal hands.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna uncanny dodge though.
Okay. What's the language of uncanny dodge again?
What's the language of it?
Yeah.
So when an attacker you can see hits you with an attack, your reaction, you can use your reaction to half his.
Okay,
attack.
cool. So you'll want to save that because he has to roll to hit you first. Because if he misses, then you don't have to use it.
Oh, true.
And then you can save that for another time somebody's attacking you this round. Yeah, you can use that reaction later if you need it. So he actually rolled a 2, so he does not get that. And then that will be the next turn order. You see another skeleton climb out and pull himself out of the ground behind him and is going to go toward Sebog and go ahead and make an attack on you.
Push him back into the ground. As like, take my staff and just...
he only has a 16 to hit, which I think does not hit, right? Okay, cool. Swipes at you and totally misses. And then on the next turn order, you hear a rumbling. And you see a big-ass bony hand rip out of the ground farther back and kind of pull itself out. Instead of really pulling itself out of the dirt, it's kind of just like pushing the dirt out of the way of it. And this huge monstrosity looking troll skeleton, which takes up basically the entire like width of this hallway, climbs out and starts to move its way toward you. And it's going to go ahead. Everyone, roll me a luck check. You guys are all pretty much close. So whoever gets the lowest luck check will be the one who targets.
D20 for this.
Yeah, just roll a d20.
Not too bad. I like that.
14.
Cool. Doesn't somebody have a luck mod
Oh
thing?
yeah, I have been. I haven't been using it, but I have one.
Nice.
Damn.
What'd you guys get, Damon, Becca?
I got a 6. I don't think I have a luck modifier.
Okay, Becca?
I'm the one that's got the charm.
Where do I even find my luck?
Just
It's
it's
just
the
a
flat.
It's
D,
a
just
flat.
roll a
Then I have
d20, yeah.
11.
Okay, cool. So 11, 12, you said, Dame? Okay, cool. And what did you guys get?
14.
I got 12. With my...
You got a 6.
Yeah, you got a 6.
Oh, Madras. Okay.
No,
I'm sorry.
I
I'm sorry.
You got a 6.
Totally mixed them up.
Oh.
Okay, cool. Pale Scales, you see this troll just make eye contact with you and start to just kind of lumber his way over there. And he's going to go ahead and make a swipe at you. I'm so sorry.
He's not.
That is a 22 to hit.
Ooh.
Oh, just a hit? What's the damage? Because I have 12.
That's definitely hitting him. Like that's definitely.
He's going to make a claw attack, and so it's going to be. Oh, geez, the dice. Why is the d6 the hardest one to find? So he's going to go ahead and make a claw attack. It is going to be. 15 damage.
Okay, I'm at 10.
Okay. And then he is going to go ahead and make a another claw attack against, I'm going to say, you, Sebog.
Oh wait, he walked in our range, right?
Yeah.
I hit him.
As a reaction, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Totally. Yeah, go ahead and hit him. I'll roll his attack while you're
go
doing
for
that.
it.
That's only a 13 hit, so that misses
I got
you.
at least an 18.
Nice.
Where's my...
Oh, that's definitely going to hit.
Okay, I'm
You- yeah, go ahead and roll damage.
Where's my thing? Oh baby. He's hit with 10.
Okay, cool. So...
And I was behind. I'm technically next to him, so it's something damn.
And then so he is angered by this, kind of like, yells out in this kind of horrific skeletal, and goes ahead and tries to make a bite attack on you out of pure anger. And that is going to be, he gets 3 attacks every turn. And that was only an 18 though, so I think that misses, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got 20, if I remember correctly.
Yes, I do.
Because it blew me away. Okay, cool. That is all that he has. So then that is going to go to Madras.
For the hit, I rolled a 13 plus 5 for my dexterity, which is an 18, and that
Cool.
means it hits.
Yes.
And then I did roll these guys.
Okay, cool.
Beforehand.
Okay, got it.
Again.
No, you're all good. Yeah, what was that? That was
It was
8.
a 6, 6, and 5, so it's a 17.
Okay, got it. Cool. Okay, 17 damage. Nice. You see this guy just starts just yelling in pain and just gets more and more angry. And I'm sorry, you said that was 17?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Okay, cool. All right. That...
That was just my once per turn. I haven't actually taken my action yet.
So...
That's counted as your
considered an
attack.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
You might have extra attack though. If we're all level 5, most will get extra attack by then.
You can
Yeah.
do this to a creature you hit with an attack.
Right.
So you have to hit them with an attack first.
That was
First.
that was
That
the
was
attack.
the
That
attack.
was hitting them with the attack.
Yeah.
You can deal an extra d6. So you did your attack plus your
Yeah,
extra
yeah.
d6.
Okay.
Cool.
So
then
we're
you're good, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, most people by level 5 should have a second attack. So
You can take a
So
bonus
second
action on each of your
action.
turns in combat, and you can use
Yes,
this
I know
dash,
that.
disengage, or
Dash,
hide.
disengage, or
She's probably
hide,
hide.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's a bonus action.
Because I
Yeah,
could
so you
just
can
do
sneak attack again
huge damage to it. I don't need to hide to do sneak attack. Though.
if he has enemies in range. You just hide behind him.
Okay,
And then you can sneak attack again on your turn. It's a bonus action.
fair enough. Okay, so we'll hide.
Or you could also yeah, I guess you could do that. You could dodge, so it said though too, right?
Yeah, you can. No, you can dash.
You can use
Disengage.
Oh, dash. I'm sorry. Okay.
I
Or
can use my
disengage.
uncanny
So
dodge as a reaction.
so what you could do with the disengage, basically, what you're doing is you're allowing yourself to get away from him
Right.
without having to take an opportunity
And
attack.
that might be really good for you.
That
yeah.
would be great. So yeah,
It just allows you to get away, yeah, which is great for being a ranged, player.
Yeah.
So
And then
Cool.
you can do it again.
yeah. So you want to do that? You want to disengage?
Mhm.
Cool.
Back up.
Sweet, yeah. So you're able to disengage, get away from him. He kind of like swipes. This is just for lore. He swipes and misses you, and then you kind of back away. And cool. Set yourself up for another nice hit. Awesome. That's going to be Lacey.
I'm going to go into my symbiotic entity form.
Nice.
So you just see her get all mushroomy.
You know it. You love it.
Yeah. Back at it again. And then with my bonus action, I'm just gonna try and throw some stickers on one of the skeletons.
Okay.
Not Big Boy, just one of the skeletons. So you need to make
How
Two of them, right?
How does that work? Yes, there's two of them. Yeah. And then the big boy.
how far. So when a creature you can see moves into a space within 10 feet of you, or starts their turn there, you can use your reaction to deal 1d4. So how many of them are 10 feet?
In front of you?
Yeah.
They're all
Probably
10
all of
feet in front of you.
Yeah.
So
or-
they all have to make.
So you can throw a sticker at all of them?
Yeah.
That's cool. Just
I just
have a
started
sticker
throwing-
machine gun.
yeah.
Just a pop, 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 pop.
It's
Cool.
just her whipping stickers.
Yeah.
You have to make a Constitution saving throw for all of them.
Okay, cool. That is going to be 21 for one of them, 6 for the other. That's going to be a fail, and the other one's going to be a 15 for the big boy.
Okay, so the 6 gets hit with.
Okay.
Gets hit with that, and he gets hit for 6 damage.
Cool. Okay, so you see this guy who just hit Pale Scales earlier. Just gets hit with the sticker. What's the damage for the sticker? Like the type of damage?
So there's just the sticker that gets thrown out. They're just like fire, and so
Oh, okay.
it just like kind of makes a little like fire emblem like right on the top of his skull.
Okay,
Like,
cool.
burn those things
So you
out.
see it hits him, and instead of the sticker kind of like illuminating fire, you just see like all like the openings of his like face just have
Yeah.
fire pop out, and then
Yeah.
just flops over, and
he
that
dead?
skeleton's dead. Yeah,
Oh.
that one was already hurt. Yeah,
Is he just a bag of bones now?
he just collapses into bones on the ground. Yeah.
Okay. Just asking.
Don't worry about it. No worries. Cool. That is going to. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
No, I'm good.
Okay, cool. And that is in the next order. There, another skeleton behind pops out of the ground. This one actually carrying a short sword, and he's going to run up and make an attack on probably Lacey because you just kind of cleared a path for yourself. So he's going to go ahead and do a swing on you. That is a 22 to hit.
Yeah, it's
Plus, that is 7 damage.
okay.
Cool. Right after him, another skeleton prizes himself out from behind. Is going to run up towards Sebog, make an attack with a short sword. This one has a short sword as well. That is going to be a 17 to hit, so he misses.
Yeah.
Cool. And then lastly, the last skeleton kind of pulls out. I say the last, but right now. The last skeleton pulls out from the back.
As far as you know.
And and runs up to you, also carrying a short sword, and he is going to make an attack on probably Sebog. Still, they see you look scary, and that is going to be not enough. That is going to be 13, so that misses as well. Cool, and that is now you because you already used your no, you haven't used this reaction right to get them.
I did because I moved. I had an action before the big guy
Okay, got
came
it.
up,
Got it. Okay,
so
I got those.
definitely-
I got those orders mixed up. Okay, cool. That is back to Pale Scales.
So we have a troll
You have a troll?
as well, and then 3 skeletons.
You have a troll and 4
right
skeletons.
now.
Yeah.
How
Two-
close
two
are
no
all of
swords,
the
two
enemies to
swords.
each other?
They're pretty close. It's not a super narrow hallway. It's probably like maybe twice as wide as this room, like twice this way. So it's like another one of those.
All within a 20-foot radius of each other?
20 foot, yeah, for
If
sure.
they're all hitting the same person,
Mm.
they're probably pretty close. Sounds good.
Pale scales, the pain in the back of his head throbbing, realizes that he is losing control of his emotions. And he feels so frustrated and so angry at touching things just because he's curious about what they do, and burning him and
Yeah.
hurting him. And he's in so much pain, and he is so sick of being burned, and he feels the pain of being burned so badly and so vividly that he wishes nothing more than to inflict it on those in front of him in this party. And he casts Fireball
Nice.
for his first time in his life, not
Ooh.
knowing that he has the ability to do it, aiming for the center of the room.
Cool. Yeah, you're able to hit all of them. Yeah, go ahead. What is the
So,
save?
a
16.
bright
Oh, yeah, it's still gonna be
flashes
16,
from
right?
a
Yeah.
pointing finger, my pointing finger, and yeah, my pointing.
Yeah.
He's gonna like tilt.
They must all make a
sword.
dexterity saving throw of 16.
Greatest spell.
That's a fail, and big guy. You said Constitution? No, you said Dexterity.
Mhm.
Ooh, uh-oh. Fail. They all fail.
They all take 8d6 fire damage.
Oh my god! Do you want some? Do you want some d6s? Do you want some
Look at all of these
d6s?
D6s. that he's
Incredible.
got.
Oh yeah, you have a crap
Plenty.
ton. Yeah,
He's so ready.
Just roll them all at the same time.
it's 8 of them, right?
All ones.
That would be
3, 4, 5,
something.
6, 7, 8, right?
Yeah, you're good.
Holy shit. This is awesome.
Hell
You're
yeah.
rolling this one. I
Hell
wanna go.
yeah, brother. Jesus
A fireball in a hallway. It's the perfect combination.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
so-
it's classic.
3, 7, 11, 16, 18.
Not in character, can't count. Can't do it. Also can't read. Not in character.
25, 27.
27
That's almost as much
damage?
as 24.
Holy shit. Okay.
I have my-
You, enraged, launch this fireball that you don't know you can do.
What
And
the fuck? My
you-
finger hurts!
Yeah, kind of hurts yourself a little bit. Not really, but
I love it.
it goes ahead and just eradicates all the skeletons besides the troll. The troll staggers back, catches himself, and infuriated, kind of lets out a roar as he prepares to attack again. That will be Sebog. What was it was 24 damage?
27.
27. Okay, got it. Okay.
I'm gonna start
Almost as
waxing
much
with a
as
stick.
24. That's effective. That works.
Yeah, this is the best
Oh,
place
that's
for
the
that.
best
Yeah.
Oh.
All your allies next to you or behind you,
Yes.
and all the enemies in front and hallway.
Yes, yes. I meant Sebog's
I
stick
got-
attack.
17 for the first hit.
Who are you trying to hit? The troll? I guess the big troll, right?
Yeah.
The only one left. That makes 17 hits.
Sweet. I'm gonna roll for my hit. 3 plus. So 7, and then I'm gonna attack again.
Okay.
Boop. 9 plus. Why can't I just remember how much they had? 16.
16 damage?
No, 16 to hit.
Oh, I'm sorry. 16 does still hit.
Oh, hell yeah.
Just a big old bag of bones.
Oh, damn. That one's gonna be 6 to damage on that one.
Okay.
And then
So what was the first one again? It was 6 in the second one?
7.
7 was the first
Okay,
one.
so 13 so far.
And then I'm going to bonus action hit him with Hand of Harm. Spend a key point, unarmed strike. Fancy stuff, hopefully. 8 plus another 9, 6. Wait, yeah, 16?
So is
16
that
again?
29 altogether? Is that right?
No, I rolled 16 again to hit.
Oh, okay, yeah, that hits again. Sorry.
And then that's gonna be it's gonna be a 6 plus wisdom, 9 damage, and that's necrotic if that matters.
Cool. It does matter, but that one won't make a difference. And okay, sorry. What was the total again?
22.
22.
22 total. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
6.
Sorry, I lost count.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, cool. All right,
You're paying attention to the numbers.
he is still standing, but you see he is hurt. You just beat the shit out of him. He's kind of like staggering back, kind of yelling, half whimpering, half yelling. This big old troll like skeleton, and he's pissed. He is going to go ahead. You see at the beginning of his turn, he almost looks like he's trying to kind of concentrate and like heal, but you see that he's kind of frustrated with it and just kind of gets mad, looks still just as damaged as he was before, and then he's going to go ahead and make another attack against probably not Sebog, because now I think he's getting scared of you. It's probably going to go to Lacey now. He's going to go ahead and make a claw attack against you, Lacey. That is a 22 to hit. I'm so sorry. That is going to be 3.
Gotta get that temporary HP.
13 damage on that hit.
Is just
Exactly
enough for my temp
enough.
HP. So you just see Lacey go back into her like regular form. She's like, I never get to stay in that.
And he's gonna wildly attack over at probably Pale Scales next, just kind of trying to hit everyone here. He's just kind of you see he is definitely getting hurt. Like he has been beating the shit out of. He's just kind of like trying to hit everybody. Not super smart. Not really focusing down. But that is a 13. That's a 20 to hit.
Yep.
And then that is going to be a 2, 8, or sorry, not, that is 12
I'm dead.
damage.
Or I make
You're down. And then he's going to turn to Sebog, feeling a little bit more confident and make another hit. Can't reach Madras, so that makes it easier. But of course, gets the worst roll out of the one with the biggest AC, and that is a 17, so he misses there. So then that will be the end of his turn, and that will be Madras now.
Okay. So I'm gonna just hit him with my longbow. So I'm gonna roll a 16.
16 hits?
My dex.
Yeah.
Your dex modifier, yeah.
And then are you going to do your sneak attack thing?
I don't.
Yeah.
Can she not do that?
No,
She
I
wasn't hidden, so she doesn't have anything for advantage.
What does he have to be next to? He has to be next to one of your allies or one of
his?
his...
Five
They need to be
feet
in
away
range of an enemy.
from from one of my allies.
Oh,
Then yes, you can get
So
it.
I get to do that as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's
He'd have to be 5 feet away from Lacey or Sebog.
so he just took 11 damage.
Cool. Okay. You see he looks very, very hurt. He is getting near the end here.
So I'm gonna sneak attack as well. I roll to make sure that hits too.
No, you
right?
did
No?
your attack, so
So I
now you
just-
get 1 extra d6. Right?
That it would have
No,
been part
it's
of your.
3d6.
It would have been part of yours. Sneak
Sneak
attack.
Says you
attack.
get to-
Once per turn, you can deal an extra d6 damage to one creature you hit with an attack.
An extra just 1d6?
1d6.
Because mine says 3d6 here.
Oh, well, it's going to increase based on your rogue level and stuff.
Yeah, so okay, so 3d6s.
I don't know Rogue enough. What I'm learning is that I don't know enough about Rogue.
There's a table at what, your 5th level?
Yeah, I'm 5th level.
So
it's
you're going to have
3d6.
3d6, and you'll have
Nice.
access to uncanny dodge. Yeah.
Nice.
And then at 7th level, it becomes 4d6s.
7. 13.
Wow.
You
If I put 7,
tell me the language of how you kill this troll.
Oh.
How you wanna do it.
The last arrow spears him straight in his eye, and he recoils and falls straight back.
You see like the behind their eyes, there's like a little bit of like kind of like a dark magic or something, whatever power is animating them. Just kind of he looks straight at you as you shot him, and on your it's multiple shots technically, right?
Yeah.
Or is it one? Okay, so on your last shot, he just kind of looks straight at you, and just arrow goes straight through the eye. You just kind of stiffens up and just falls straight back and just shatters into a bunch of bones. Very cool. That is the last skeleton. So you see he crumbles, and then you just have this sea of death in front of you, and the hallway kind of extends outward.
I'm gonna run over to Sebog and cast Cure Wounds.
Sebog?
No, Sebog.
Pale scale.
Pale Scales.
Okay, cool.
Dead man
I am
The
on the
dead
floor.
guy.
at second level. You get 14 hit points back.
Nice. Thank you.
Now, that was your turn. We're still technically in turn order.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, cool.
That's fine.
So then that will now be Pale Scales. What would you like to do? There are no enemies,
Visible threats.
in front of you. Just the sea of bones in the hallway continuing down.
Back to what I was doing, and I reach over and I pick up the troll bones off the ground.
Son of a bitch.
No, you do not.
Yeah.
Damn, no.
Son of a
I mean, pale scales, no.
We killed all of them, right?
You see,
Can I stop him?
I'm gonna say.
Like,
So I'm gonna say, do an opposed. I guess athletics. Yeah.
Take back my Cure Wounds.
I don't know. I think they were all good. We killed them all.
Oh god.
I bone mealed one of them. It's athletics.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
I am not athletics. So
No.
By the way, I don't think you've done it yet, but but you have a staff, right? You haven't used it yet, right? To this turn, you have a quarter staff, right, Damien?
No, I
Yes.
Your melee weapon. Okay, when you do use it, if you use it, you have to use it with disadvantage because of your hand.
Yep.
I just realized we
Yeah.
never talked about it, but we also never had a point where you
that's-
needed it.
It's
7.
worst. I got a 3.
He was also
Unmodified?
just a hooked man on a
Modified.
pirate
Oh.
ship.
You're right. Yeah, exactly. It was just for the lore. So you won that. You pick up the bone. As soon as you start to pick it up, it shoots out of your hand and into the ground. You see the rest of the bones pull into the ground as well. As they do, that is your turn, Pale Scales. I just gotta roll some quick things. Don't even worry about it.
We can do it again.
No.
We got it.
You can't.
I got it. We're okay.
Did all the bones shoot back into the ground, or okay?
Fuck.
Well, I wasn't sure if those would be new bones that are gonna pop back up.
New bones.
It's the same bones, baby. Same bones.
Even the one that was bone mealed and dusted.
Yeah. It just reanimated because of you.
I can't stand you.
But it's dust. It'll crumble if we
You're
sneeze
about to
on
be
it.
dust.
So we
didn't
still
know.
technically stayed in initiative, so we're not re-rolling that, correct?
Right.
Right.
Not healing you again.
You're gonna have to.
No, I don't
No.
care. You can die.
You're gonna have to.
We'll become your backup.
You remember-
character.
how
I
you
can
cared
send the
about being
fireball the
useful?
opposite way.
You remember how you cared about being useful?
Yeah.
This is not useful.
Hey.
That-
Yes, it is.
Guys,
I've learned a lot about
I
magic.
genuinely, I have rope in my bag. I plan to tie him up after this, so he does not touch it.
Brilliant.
You can try.
So you try to pick it up, everything shoots back into the ground, and then after you're done with that, you see technically you hear the rumbling, you can do something, but nothing's popped out of the ground yet.
Okay. I aim Shatter at where the center of where the bones was, where they all shot under.
Okay, cool.
And I cast it with a second level spell slot.
Okay.
Yeah. I rolled 3d8. I got 2 2s and a 5.
Okay,
Thanks.
cool. So you do that, you hear a rumbling and kind of some mini screeches, kind of under in the ground. Anything else on your turn?
I don't think I
Do you have? You already used a second potion, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm good.
After your turn is over, you see a hand rip out of the ground, pull himself out. You've been through this whole song and dance. The skeleton with no weapons runs towards you, Damien, and goes ahead and makes an attack on you. That is going to be...
You want more skeletons?
not
This
my
is how you get more
fault.
That is going to be a
skeletons.
17 to hit. Does that hit? 17?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have an armor class of 12, so.
That's only 6 damage.
Okay, I'm at 8.
Cool. And then that will be Sebog next.
Oh god, so bad. I just want to hit you. I'm going to.
You just hear Lacey go,
You're worse than Yara.
I'm gonna hit this.
I resent that.
That's 16.
Does that hit? Yes, that does hit. Yes.
That's a 6.
Wow, he's just barely standing.
Second hit is.
Oh, yeah, there's
not
another
gonna
one.
hit.
Oh, it's not gonna hit.
It's
Okay.
not gonna hit.
What is it?
I guess it might. What is it? 4, 8, 11.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, so he still stands there. Cool. Anything else?
I smack Damien. I
Cool.
smack Pale Scales.
Do you have another attack?
This is. I'm spending a key point
Oh, okay.
to heal him for. With my wisdom.
That's what I would have assumed, that you were healing him before he just did that thing, and I just assumed it was an
9.
attack.
No, I'm.
Okay.
It's 9. You get 9.
just a harder hit.
It's a little rough.
He feels bad about receiving.
Yeah,
it,
and you
I
feel
do not feel bad.
you feel a rattle in your
I
head,
feel really good.
except for the back of your head.
That feels bad.
Sadly, it was by me.
That's hilarious. All right, then that will be another rumbling out of the ground, this massive rumbling, and you feel the earthquake as this giant skeletal troll rips out of the ground and is going to go ahead and make an attack on Sebog for his first attack. That is going to be a 26 to hit.
Woo! I'm hit.
Ouch.
The first time all campaign you're gonna hit.
That's
No,
with
I've hit it
a
a few times.
that's with a claw. That'll be 5, 9. Oh, sorry, 9, 13. That's 13 damage.
Okay.
He's going to make a claw attack on Pale Scales, which is a nat 1, and then he's going to get mad and make a bite attack on probably Lacey. Just keep it even. And will be a 22 to hit. So sorry. That will be 6 damage.
Oh.
Yeah, the bite's not as strong.
Ain't you?
Cool. That will be Madras.
So I'm gonna use color spray on him, and what color spray is it's a dazzling array.
Which one? There's 2 skeletons, the big guy and the small guy.
It hits both of them.
Oh, cool.
So I
You
roll.
spellcasters.
I roll 6d10, and the one closest to me takes
Wait, you're not a spellcaster. Just realized you're
like
just ranged.
basically that those 6d10 are the amount of damage that I can do.
Okay.
If I kill the first one, the rest of the damage carries over to the second one. Does that make
Okay,
sense?
so it's like a chain.
Holy shit. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah,
And whoever is hit by it and doesn't get killed is blinded.
Cool.
There's no
Nice.
save or anything?
I think there is a save actually.
Creatures in the
Or
15
shoot
foot cone
one.
originating from you are affected in ascending order of their current hit points.
So, okay.
What,
start-
wait. Is this a range attack?
Mm-hmm.
You might not actually have line of sight.
I have dark vision as well. Though.
No.
Well, it's not that. It's
Like,
just because you have people in your way.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't even think about that
You have to
until.
move.
Well, I can just we'll
I'll say that there's probably enough space where you could find a spot in the corner, because, I mean, especially Lacey's so small and she's on the ground, and you could probably shoot right over her. Okay, just don't roll a 1 on attack, and then you might hit her. Okay, sorry. What so it's, what's the max damage again? The full
Roll
damage?
60,
I roll
10.
60-10.
Oh, okay, cool. 60, 10.
Starting with the
Cool.
creature that has the lowest current hit points, each creature is affected by this spell.
Cool. That'd be the one. That'd be the small
Is
The
skeleton.
small one first, and
Yep.
then the big one second.
Okay,
Each
cool.
creature affected by the spell is blinded until it ends. Subtract each creature's hit points from the total before moving on to the creature with the next lowest hit points.
Cool.
So
Y'all are strong.
That's ridiculous.
I always keep forgetting there's 4 of you now too.
I've done nothing.
No, that's not true. You flamed up a
You
skeleton.
got me back up.
I hit people with a stick.
Yeah, but nobody can hurt you. You're just a wall, which makes a lot of sense.
I have one more.
32.
32 damage. Okay, cool. With 1 point of damage, kills the first small skeleton, and then the rest of the 31 is going to hit the other guy, and then that was gonna bring him down a good amount. Cool.
That'll also blind him.
Yes, so
And
he's
I can
going
sneak
to.
attack
When is the
as
spell
well.
over? When is the spell over?
Can you?
Because I attacked him.
Right.
No, this is an action.
You can't. You
Oh,
can't.
So,
just
yeah,
attack
Sneak
yeah,
with
so-
attack
spells.
happens after you land an attack. This is a spell.
Right, that makes sense.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay,
Never
cool. Awesome. That is going to be.
The duration is 1 round.
Got it. Cool.
Okay, so he's playing for
1 round.
worth it.
Cool. That is going to be. Not Lacey. Sorry. There's out of the ground rips a half hurt skeleton from your shatter, Damien, as he rips out, and he's going to go ahead and make a strike out of you, Damien.
Okay.
And he's going to do a. Fuck, that's the wrong stat.
Am I wearing armor? I don't think I am.
That is going to be a 21 to hit
Yeah.
with his short sword. And then that is going to be d6 plus 2. It's going to be 7 damage.
I'm at 10.
Okay, then that will be Lacey.
I'm gonna draw out my scimitar and I'm gonna try to hit the one that just hit Pale Scales.
Okay.
Fucking A. That's 5. Nailed it.
Might be alright because he's half damage from shatter.
No, I can't hit. No.
Oh, no, no.
That is not gonna hit.
I was thinking damage.
I mean, this isn't going to help you now, but it's also plus your proficiency to hit.
Is it?
You should have done damage. Next time try to hit it.
Jesus Christ.
I believe you're proficient.
But I'm gonna. I am.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna try to slap some stickers on this bitch.
Alright.
So he's got to make a con saving throw.
Oh, sorry, I keep forgetting
No,
that.
no, you're good.
Okay, he gets a 10, so I think he fails,
Okay,
right?
so he 2 more damage to it.
Heyo!
Heyo.
Solid! He's looking hurt. As I throw
Hey.
that pencil.
2 damage is 2 damage.
2 damage. Cool. That will be 2 more skeletons rip out of the ground, both carrying short swords. They're going to go ahead and run up and attack. I will say, let me do my old D4 trick. He's going to hit, actually, Lacey, sorry. And then he's going to hit Sebog. They're going to try to hit Sebog, I should say. So that'll be nat 1 to hit you, Lacey, so it totally misses. And then a 6 to hit you, Sebog, not even going to be close. Cool. That will come back to Pale Scales.
How many enemies? Troll and who?
There's big guy, and then there is 1, 2,
Just 3, right?
3. Yeah.
So a total of 4 things.
Okay, now I'm gonna.
No, I'm sorry.
There's the one that's almost dead, and then the 2 that just came up.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you
And
killed the
then
other one.
she
Okay,
killed the
right.
other one.
Yes, yeah, that's what I forgot about. Cool. Yes, so you were right. So there are 3 small ones and 1 big boy.
So Pale Skills is even angry now that all the fucking bones are fighting him again.
That's
He
fair.
just wanted to check out a cool bone, so he's getting all pissed, and he does another fireball
Nice.
aimed at the center of the group.
Noish.
Enemy.
I hope so.
Well, there's still time
To make enemies?
to change it.
Hey, I healed you. Oh.
I also
Guys?
Zorks.
Uh-oh. I tripped.
cast it right at him.
I tripped. It flies in the fucking ceiling. Dex saving throw is 16.
Okay.
Roll damage because it's half, so.
Big boy passes.
One.
Oh, wow.
I'm rolling one thing.
Oh yeah, you are.
1 small boy passes. Fail. And another one. Wow, only 1 doesn't pass. Surprisingly, these guys don't have good dex. Actually, the skeletons have +2.
That's not bad.
Big boys only got +1.
Okay.
Alright, we got 15.
Yeah, try something.
27.
That makes sense. Cool. So that will be
Can't do math.
27. That'll be 13
Used
for everybody else. So
Kids,
one of them
don't do it.
totally gets killed. One of them just gets obliterated. The rest of them take. Actually, you know what? Everybody dies except for the troll. I forgot how little the skeletons have. And the troll is actually still looking okay. Cool. And that will be Troll turn. Troll is gonna. I mean, just put a big little spotlight on yourself. Troll is gonna make a big ol' attack on you.
Is Troll blind?
He is.
Troll, yes, he has to roll with disadvantage. You're right.
Yeah.
So he's gonna swing wildly. Lore wise, actually wouldn't be hard to hit you, but he does roll with disadvantage. That's gonna miss. He had a 6 plus his 7. What is that?
6 plus
13.
7 is
Yeah,
13.
it misses you, right?
It's plus.
No.
13.
The lower roll.
I take the lower roll.
So
He rolled one.
Oh,
One.
I
He
got
rolled
you.
the 6.
So
Yeah.
my armor class is 8/12.
Oh shit! No wonder you're always down.
But
give him armor.
but I don't think
I keep giving you guys shops. You never
I
go
know,
to
but,
them.
like,
I'm not wearing armor, so should have mentioned this.
Uh-huh.
When I'm not wearing armor, my AC is equal to 13 plus my Dex modifier
Okay.
because of my draconic resilience.
Sure thing. Makes sense. Let's say there's no way you're just walking around with 12 armor class and not
Right, yeah, I
doing
was like,
anything about it.
I was like, I'm
So funny.
fucking something up.
Doing that.
He's
So it's 13 plus my dexterity modifier of -1.
Oh my god.
that's why it's 12.
So I'm 12.
Oh my god! So he is 12.
Well, I think he's still. Well, yeah, he had a 13. He still hits
yeah,
you with his
oh, yeah.
first hit. Okay, that is going to be a 1d. Oh, sorry, 2d6 plus 4. 6, 1, 7, 4, 11 damage on the first hit.
I'm down.
Oh shit.
Back at it again.
Then he's going to go ahead and make an attack against Sebog. Another slash. It's going to be 17. It's not going to make it. Probably try doing a bite against Sebog because now he's getting pissed. And that is 15. It's not going to make it. Why does he ever attack you? Cool. That will come to Sebog's turn.
So he's not blind anymore, right?
It might depend on.
Oh,
It might be the end of.
is it?
Madra's
Yeah,
turn.
end of
It
your
might be
turn
the
or end of his
Mad's
next turn for the blinded Madras?
Because
It's
those are
the
two
end.
different things.
It's the
It's
end of
one
the
round.
round.
It's one round.
So whenever I
Oh,
think
okay.
he's
So
not blinded this next turn.
Yeah.
After he's gone.
Oh, okay.
it's Sebog's
He actually
turn
shouldn't have been
after
blinded this one, but that's okay.
that.
Because he's at the top. He's right after Pale Scales at the top of the round.
Oh.
Oh.
Or is it a full round
Yeah,
off
it's
of
a
you?
full-
So it's
Okay.
the end of her
This is the
turn.
Got it. Okay, sorry. Then yeah, so he's still blind
Yeah.
until your turn.
Do we get anything out of that? Like, we don't get advantage or anything out of that.
No,
I didn't think
he
so.
just has
He just- yeah,
disadvantage.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna. I'll take.
I thought you meant to do that. I thought it was so
I
funny.
totally meant to throw it in, but that's not gonna hit. That's a 14 to hit.
14 does hit. No, I'm sorry. No, it does not. Just
Okay.
misses.
That's a 9. Okay, thank God. So that's,
16.
yeah.
16 hits.
Okay. He's gonna take 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay, cool. That will be Madras next and Lacey on deck.
I'm not healing.
So I'm gonna attack him with my longbow,
Nice.
and I roll to hit first. What's this? 16.
16 hits.
Okay. And then my longbow is
Your 1d8 plus whatever your dex modifier is.
1d8 plus 5.
Nice.
And this is also sneak again, isn't it?
Yeah, you'll have sneak again.
So that's a 7.
And then you have 3
Plus the-
And
no,
then
it's
my-
5 plus 2, so 7 total.
Yeah, it's 7 total, and then I have my 3d6.
Nice.
5,
12,
6,
18,
8.
Nice.
26.
Nice, thank you.
No, it's not.
No, that can't be that much.
No,
No,
it's
It was
7
9.
plus 8.
7 plus
So
8, yeah, so
15.
15. Got it, cool.
No,
Alright.
I didn't.
5 plus 1 plus 3.
Oh crap!
It's
I have
9.
9.
9 total?
Yeah.
For her
No,
D6.
9 for my d6s.
Okay.
16
she
points
was
of
adding
damage.
them.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm
Thank you.
Okay, I thought you were saying she
She rolled
No, no, no.
Y'all got too much stuff. It's too hard to keep track of all this.
Modifiers.
Okay, so he's looking hurt. He's not totally right about to croak, but he's looking hurt. That will be Lacey. Go for the kill. Do it.
Heal me.
No.
Heal me.
No.
I want to touch the bones. Let me touch the bones.
No.
The bones.
I'm
The bones.
gonna cast Chill Touch
Nice.
So a ghostly skeletal hand in the space of the creature within range on a hit, 1d8 necrotic damage, and it can't regain HP until the start of my next turn.
Oish.
Okay, there we go. That is a 20, not nat.
Nice, that hits.
Sweet.
Okay, great. So that's going to be a d8. Okay, so that's 5 points of damage.
Cool.
And then bonus action, Circle of Spores.
What does he have to save?
He's saving
Dex?
13.
Is it Dex or Constitution?
It is Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Oh, that's a dirty 20. Sorry.
Alright.
Alright, that is Pale Scale's death saving throw.
So what I do?
You roll a d20. If it's a 10 or higher, it's a pass. If it's lower, it's a fail.
11.
It's an 11.
Nice. That's one pass. You gotta get 2 more passes to get back up.
Nice.
Or a nat 20.
Cool. That is Troll. He cannot heal, and he is going to start swinging at Lacey because he doesn't think he can hurt Sebog. And he's right. That's a 19. I'm so sorry. It's a 19 with a claw. That's 3, 9. That's 13 damage. So sorry. He's gonna make another claw attack against you. I'm so sorry. That's a nat 20. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh my god!
Oh, that's the worst one to get to.
No.
That is going to be okay. That's a good. That's a low roll. 8 plus 4 is gonna be 12. No, I'm sorry. That's 8, 16, 20 damage total. Okay. And he's gonna try to take a bite against Sebog. And that will be a. Oh my god, does he hit? That is a dirty 20.
Oh,
Holy hell!
That hits,
He
right?
finally did it. Yeah, if it hits it, it hits him.
Same.
It's all the rolls.
Roller
that you didn't get
gets
during
roller
the
gets
run.
ties, I believe. So
And
we're
yeah,
just-
this is the karma.
It's
for
all the
boat
rolls for the
ride.
boat.
Oh my god,
Got
vengeance!
20.
Vengeance! It's only 9 damage.
Okay.
Touch the
As
I
Lacey
do.
goes on, she goes,
Fine.
I do touch the bug!
I thought the rolls would deactivate
That will be your turn, Sebog.
Yeah, but we're in the afterlife. Arguing. While I'm trying to go back to life. I'm like defribbing my body. Like,
feeding
listen,
someone
bitch, I didn't know
potion is
this
a bonus action or an
twice.
action.
I will let you do that as as an action. I
It's
think.
an action.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. That's reasonable. I'm gonna give Lacey the 1 HP potion that I have.
Nice. Only gives you 1 HP. I'm just kidding.
3
Plus 5 is 8.
8 12. You have 12 health.
All right, pop back up.
You
Nice.
regain consciousness.
And then
Fuck you! Get there, all you! Fuck you!
Turns out the crypt is for you.
I like it here. Also, I should
all right,
myself my
bonus action.
Yeah, do it up.
I'm covered in it.
hits. I'm
Which
just gonna
type?
hit it.
Exactly. Yes.
16 or 26. I mean,
Oh yeah, it's
that's a big difference.
Easy.
That's a big difference.
you hit him by like 11 extra.
Ooh, he got 10 damage down to him.
10 damage. Oh, exactly what you needed to do to kill him. Go ahead and finish him.
Oh, I am going to freaking bat his head far away as possible. Behind us, actually.
Okay.
And just send his head flying. I mean, that's basically, yeah.
Nice.
Knock his head off.
Nice. Okay, knock his head off. He crumbles to the ground. You guys are still in initiative order. That will be
Second.
Madras
Oh.
get to go. So there are all these bones. There are all these bones on the ground.
Yeah.
There's a hallway leading forward.
Yeah. Not Sebog. Pale Scales is technically dead right now.
He's on the ground. Yeah,
He's
He is unconscious.
yeah.
I recommend we do not revive him yet.
We will definitely.
Want to
But
carry?
I'll tie him, put him on my back.
Or, if you would like, if either one of you would like to revive him, I will tie him up first.
Oh, we're tying him up right now.
Okay,
for sure.
so I tie him up.
Nice.
Hand and
Can we
hook
tie
behind
him
his
to
back.
Sebog's back?
We're tying him to my back.
Sure.
Okay,
Sounds good.
great.
We are removing his hook.
We're removing the hook.
I'm
Holy
removing
shit.
his hook.
Holy shit.
You're grounded.
I'm removing his hook and getting him tied to my back.
Okay.
You're dead. You can't talk.
I'm gonna haunt your shit.
No, you're not.
Yeah. Well, so hold on. You're doing the things because it's your turn technically. So how do you want to do what we're trying to do right now? Because technically it's your turn.
Mm-hmm. So what we have agreed upon is that we are removing the hook. We are tying him up to your back, right?
Yeah.
So
Can't you do all of that?
I am going to.
Yeah.
I can do all of that in one turn, or no?
You are tying him up and then.
I'm removing his hook before we tie him to Sebog.
Yeah, that's. I would
So
basically
that's
say
the-
tying him up onto like Sebog's back is going to be like an action, and then like removing the hook is like an object interaction. It's not really.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So we're gonna
Okay.
tie him up
So
and
we're gonna do that.
then remove
Put
the
the hook
hook.
Yeah.
under my head.
You also, you are technically in initiative order, but there's nothing really preventing you from doing anything.
Well-
So it's pretty easy.
I was just thinking because we shouldn't be able to do anything because technically he would have to make a saving throw next. So that's what I was like. It's all.
Yeah, but he can't make a saving throw when he's.
Tied up.
Yeah.
He's still.
Well, I'm
can't make a
unconscious.
saving.
Like,
Oh,
He's
I meant-
unconscious.
I meant
Death
death
saves.
save. I meant death save.
Yes, yeah.
That's what I meant.
Right, you're right. That's
That's what I
true. But it'll be
Lacey's turn next.
yes, it's gonna be Lacey's turn
Oh,
next, and then it's gonna be Pale Scales. Yeah.
Does
Oh.
he even need to do that when he's not in
Okay.
combat, though?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
don't need to. So
Yes,
maybe
That's why
If
Because he can still die.
To heal
Yeah.
me,
He
I
can
can
still-
still die.
I will.
It's like he's like in
heal
critical
him.
condition
I can
essentially.
heal him.
Okay.
But it's like if your party didn't have a healer,
Yeah.
you'd be kind of in trouble even if you beat the combat.
Got it.
So
So, Lacey, it's your turn. What would you like to do? I'm gonna say that you were able to tie him up, take away his hook, and then he's on Sebog's back right now.
Does anyone else have anything that heals people?
I do. I can heal him.
Mm-mm. I'm not a healer.
I can't heal him for a while, but I can heal him.
I would recommend Lacey, like, healing herself, though.
I want to see it happen.
What just happened? I totally missed it.
She showed me something that she wants to do.
Oh, I totally missed it.
Yeah, it's okay.
it wasn't for us.
Do it.
Please do.
I don't have to.
Actually, will it
touch
work?
them.
Will
It will. I don't have to touch them to do this.
It's gonna work. I mean,
Oh,
let's see. Let's see how it plays.
Okay.
Okay,
What is this?
Lacey, it's your
Yes.
turn.
I'm going
Uh-huh.
to cast Animate Dead on one of the skeletons. I don't have to touch it,
Oh,
Right.
but I'm going to cast Animate Dead, so that skeleton is now completely under my
Oh.
control.
Cool.
Wow.
Do it on the troll one.
I thought you.
No,
were
I can't. I can only do it on a smaller medium, so I can't do the troll.
I
He's too
thought
big.
you were.
Yeah, he probably is too big.
Yeah.
Yes, he is too big.
Oh no, I wasn't gonna do it.
No, he's not dead.
That'd be funny.
That'd be so cool.
you allow that?
No,
But
definitely not.
I'm
Yes.
going to animate dead, and
Cool.
then just go. This skeleton is now under my control.
Cool.
He's mine,
Cool.
and then.
How long does that last?
That lasts 24 hours.
Nice.
Cool.
Is it concentration?
Nope.
Wow, cool.
It's just a
Nice.
It's just
Cool.
thing.
Holy.
The party
So-
remains 4.
Cool. The party is now 4.
We don't
And I just named him New Pale Scales,
Okay.
and then that's all I do.
nearly a fail.
Cool. All right. Now, what would you guys? Now, you guys have movement. I'm gonna say even you could have done this too. Like, do you want to
We'll be making
Forward?
our way
move forward?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Wait, okay, so if we're gonna move forward, I'm going to command the skeleton to be 10 feet in front of us.
Cool.
Not touch any bones.
Cool.
And he walks directly 10 feet ahead out of us at all times, so if anything triggers, he is the first to take it.
Cool.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. So it was going to be a. It was going to be like a dexterity check, but I'm going to say with the amount that you beat the shit out of these bones twice, they're pretty disheveled and broken up. It's going to be fairly easy to walk through
Y'all are welcome.
if you're purposefully trying to avoid them.
Nailed it.
So you guys are going to be able to walk through, and unless anybody wants to do anything, I'm going to say you guys can all do your movements. Sebog with Pale Scales on his back, and you can move forward if you'd like to. Unless you want to do anything before you start moving forward again.
I mean, he's got to make his death save before I can heal him. But did you?
What was your?
Success.
Okay, cool.
2 out of 3.
And then I'm gonna.
He's coming.
I'm almost here.
I'm gonna heal him. Thank God, he only got what is it? I'm sorry, my whiz. He got 5.
Okay, cool. So, Dame, you pop back up at 5, and you're just attached to Sebog.
With no hook.
Okay. How are the ropes tying you to Sebog?
How are they tying you?
The knots are in front of me, and you're on my back.
And the ropes
Also,
are where
your
on my
hands
body?
are tied behind you
Oh, she did
with
say
the
that.
rope.
So
and
you
then-
have an arm behind like this, and
I
I'm
have-
still on Sebog?
Yeah, no.
So I got a little wiggle room,
literally-
right?
No,
Where
no,
I
no,
can
no, no,
slip
no,
my
no,
hand
no,
out.
You
like
are
that?
you are still going to be able to make a strength check to try and get out of it.
I want to
Is there any
slip my
opposed?
hand.
Don't.
I'm going to say with being attached to Sebog, I'm going to say that he could oppose it. Yeah.
I want to slip my hand out, and I want to try to cast. I'm panicking. I don't like being tied.
Do any of us see
I have
him do
intimacy-
this?
I have intimacy issues. I'm going to use subtle spell.
It's-
I'm going to use subtle spell so no one can see me do this. And I'm going to.
Before you do that,
Yeah.
Madras and Lacey, you guys are probably in front because you probably used your movement to walk forward, right?
Yeah.
And I
Okay,
would've
cool.
as well. at
And then
this
the
point, 'cause
skeleton
I
is 10
was
feet in
healing
front
him.
of us.
Cool. Yes. So
No one's in the back.
so no one's behind Pale Scales. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to cast
Son of a bitch.
Fireball.
Son of a bitch.
Where?
I want to slip my arm out and try to cast
There,
it upward
froze.
off my finger on the ropes.
Okay. Give me a. Oh my gosh, I don't even know. Give me a sleight of hand check to try and hit the ropes because this is an awkward ass angle.
Sleight of hand?
Yeah, just because you're basically trying to be dexterous in a way with your hands to aim it while you are very much so not in a primed position.
7. -1, so 6.
Okay, I'm gonna say you miss and you shoot a firebolt
At the ceiling.
at the ceiling.
Okay.
Rocks are dexterity, right? They have good dex, right?
What?
Cave has a good dex,
The,
right?
the cave is able to avoid. Yeah. Cool. So you shoot a fireball. It hits the ceiling because you were aiming up, right? So it shoots the ceiling. Nothing happens.
So whose turn is it?
Is it a...
That will.
Blazing?
Oh.
You guys are walking. That will now be Sebog.
Is his... Would I know if his spells are voice? Like their requirements, are they voice?
He
or...
did subtle spell.
Well, subtle. Yeah, I think subtle spell is going to pretty much make it so that you couldn't.
That he just shot him.
I'm gonna say, what's the language of subtle spell?
He would notice it because it's just that when I cast a spell, I cast it without any somatic or verbal component.
Oh, okay, then yeah, he definitely, yeah. So you feel the
Oh.
heat and you see the bright light right behind you.
Like, so you don't have to use your things.
Right.
Okay.
So you're aware that he's trying to get out.
Let me off!
Are you going to touch any more bones?
No! Maybe, no! Probably no!
You could knock him out if you wanted to. You do non-lethal damage.
Definitely no. Probably. Which bones are we talking about?
Any.
Like bones in general?
Any
bones.
bones besides your own.
I'm gonna say it's your turn. If you want to put your movement in, like, as the
Yeah,
first thing
I'll
that
be
you
putting
do,
my
you're pretty much out of distance of the bones. The bones don't last forever in the
Okay.
cave.
Yeah, we're out of those. Okay, so
You're away from
we're
the bones for the
out.
most part.
My speed is 40 right now.
Yeah, so you're away from the bones.
So we're away from the bones. I'm going to... Do you guys trust him off?
No.
Let me off! I trust him!
If there are no bones in this area, his fireball could be very useful to us. I think it might be a good idea to let him go.
Yeah.
Please do not.
I'm gonna freak out.
Please do not do anything rash.
I am panicking the longer I'm attached to this turtle man. Also, how tall are you?
5'10".
I thought we were. You're not 5'10". You've got to be like 6 foot. I'm 5'10". I'm like way shorter than you. I'm actually 5'6", but I tell everyone.
Nice.
I'm also 5'10".
Lexi's also 5'10".
All men are 5'10". It's a rule. You're a woman? And you're 5'10"?
I am going to untie him.
Okay.
You're tall.
Cool.
I am. Who has his hook? Is it me or you that has his hook?
Oh,
It's
you
under
didn't
my
specify
head.
that. Oh,
She.
okay.
Yeah, that's right. She did say she put him there. So you are not getting your hook back.
No
I
hook
flail
for
my
you.
nub against
Or-
his shell. I want my hook! Get me!
If you can guess where your hook is, you can have it.
No, we're not doing that. Hold on a second.
The games.
Hold on a second.
I think it's in the bones.
Nope, he loses.
Only way to
Alright, so what are you guys doing here?
all the bones.
We're gonna keep.
You gonna untie him or keep him tied?
I said I untied him.
Okay, cool. So you go ahead and untie him
untied.
and keep moving forward.
And I sprint toward the bones for like 1 step. And I go, just kidding.
Okay, fair enough.
Can I have the rope back to put back in my thing?
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm guessing you guys all continue forward?
Yes.
All right, you continue forward down this cave, still being able to kind of see as you go through, no more bones around, until you eventually get to this kind of, it looks very similar to the front of the crypt before you got in. It's kind of stone wall made of the same big stone blocks, and then you see 4 small little doorways. They're big enough for you to fit through, but there's 4 separate ones, and you see that it looks like only one person would be able to go through at a time. You don't see any markings exactly, just these 4 different entryways to keep going forward. They look, from what you can tell, that they continue to go straight.
And none of them have markings?
No. You could do an investigation, or a perception check if you'd like.
I would like to do a perception check for any markings. So any type of clue. 19?
19, okay, cool. So you...
Or no, 21.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so you see, these 4 different doorways. It looks very much so like it's built to, essentially, crowd control. It's to kind of walk people through so you can only go, single file, essentially. It does seem like there is more at work than just arches. You're not sure what exactly it is, but you know that there is, and it's just kind of knowing with some insight about the, god who this is attributed to, that there is probably some kind of trickery at work, but you're not sure what it would be.
They're just long, straight, dark, cavernous archways with no doors or anything. They're just like holes in the wall.
Yeah, they're basically like square door frames, basically with no doors, and you'd have to go through them to see more. They do actually get dark inside of there, so you can't see more than 10 feet into there.
Even with dark vision?
You'd have to walk in to be able to see it, because it's also kind of it's like a little bit of a distance thing too.
We can have my scaly bro go into one of them. Scaly bro.
Wait.
Hey, what are the stats on your skeleton? Same?
As yours.
Cool.
Oh, I thought his health was only 1 if you
No,
made that.
that
Nice.
is
Wow,
if
that's cool.
he is a zombie.
Nice. Okay, cool.
He bones.
I pull a torch out of my Dungeoneer's pack.
Okay.
And I say, we should have him carry this so we can actually see him walk down the hallway.
Okay.
Okay.
And then
Light it up.
I cast flame bolt on the torch too.
I mean, I think...
It's a cantrip, right?
Could we light... Oh, it's a cantrip.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is it? Flame?
Flame bolt.
What is that?
I just hurl fire at a target.
Oh, did you turn it into a torch?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay,
Well, I have a
yeah.
torch, I just want to light it. I have a tinder
Oh, I
box,
see.
so I can use the tinder box.
Got it. Okay, cool. Yeah, totally. So, you do that and you command him to go in?
Yep, I tell Skelly Bro to take the torch. On the most left doorway,
Okay.
I want him to go in I want him to walk 50 feet
Okay.
and then walk back 50 feet to us.
Okay. Cool. You see, he picks up his torch, dutifully walks in. He takes like 2 steps in, and the door frame just collapses.
Well, bye, Skelly bro.
Like it crumbles into rocks.
Yes, it kind of crumbles like like how the
door opened.
Right. Yeah, kind of like the opposite of how the door opened at the very beginning.
Once given an order, the creature continues to follow it until the task is complete.
Cool.
So he's gonna be walking back into the wall unless he dies.
Cool.
In 24 hours, he's gonna be real confused.
He's gonna be dead in 24 hours.
You'll be dead forever.
What do you guys want to do?
He lives.
There's three entryways left.
I'm putting Lacey on my back. If we only have 3 doors and they close as soon as someone walks in, and there's 4 of us right now. If I can get in with Lacey, or anyone get in with Lacey, because we're the smallest.
5'10".
It would probably be wise to try to get us all into a door.
Are they wide enough for multiple people to go through one at the same time?
It looks like it's very narrow. It's like you'd have to kind of go on your, basically your side to creep in.
Okay.
Skeleton was able to fit pretty well, but like you still would have had to go single file even with the skeleton.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
Yeehaw, horsey. Let's go.
Who do you want to roll with?
I'm already on your back. Let's go.
Are you guys done with that?
Act now, think later. Act now, think later. Act now, think later.
I do only have 5 HP.
That's what I was thinking.
You deserve that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't, but do we want to send me by myself?
That's what.
Yes.
Not really. Not really. I don't have that health potion, but that's what I was.
Do you really want to send the 2 most problematic characters?
You can only hope.
Who else could match my problematicness?
You can hopefully only go in one direction.
I love them.
Fine. I get off Sebog's back, and I grab Hailscale's hand. And I go, it's you and me, dude.
So miserable.
Cool. Tell me exactly, because you will have to kind of like angle yourself. So one of you will have to be in front. How exactly do you want to go in a doorway?
I think I go in front.
Oh,
Yeah, I can look
how
over
did it crumble? Close. It went
Straight down. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in front. Can I just walk normally, or do even I have to turn sideways?
You just have to. You just can't both go in at the same time.
Okay, good,
Yeah.
I got it. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go in front of Pale Scales because he
Okay.
can see over me.
Okay. Cool. So you guys walk in. Lacey, you start to walk in. Pale Scales. When you walk in, I'm assuming right behind her, probably
Very
staying on her
close.
heels.
Yeah.
Give me a dexterity saving throw as the wall starts to crumble. Just Pale
Oh,
Scales.
okay.
6 minus 1.
Oh no. Okay.
Son of a bitch.
Pale Scales, you are walking.
Outside.
You are walking straight behind her, and as soon as Lacey clears the archway, the door the frame just collapses on top of you, and you're going to take 10 damage.
Back to 0.
So you just have this wall just crumble on you. You're on the outside with Sebog and Madras right now, and just kind of like covered in rocks and out.
Wait, so I'm by myself in
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright.
Biden go.
I'm smacking you. You're getting 5 again.
Yeah.
All right. What do you guys want to do with the last 2?
What color dragon are you?
Why?
Just asking.
The pale. That's the color. Scales de los pales.
Who's going in where?
Oh, I'm on the.
You're in the so
Yeah.
you're on the inside now. It just looks dark to you. Even with dark vision, you don't see anything in here. It's like completely black.
Okay. Wait. I have a robe.
You do have a
It
robe.
has stuff on it.
Yeah.
Can I use... There's a thing on it. Fuck.
While you're doing that, what do you guys want to do on the outside?
I mean, I'm the only one that can comfortably carry one of you, and Pale Scales is going to need some help.
Mm-hmm.
Should we try to
You're
move
dead.
some of this?
No, he's not. I
Oh, yeah, you healed him.
Should we try to move some of the stones?
Can we try to move stuff?
You can try.
I take the bullseye lantern patch off of my robe of useful things, and I have a lantern now.
Nice. Okay, cool.
It's already lit. It's cool.
It immediately lights up. You kind of take this patch out. As you do it, magically turns into a lantern as you extend your arm. This kind of really fluid motion. And as you do this lantern, you can see the lantern's light on, but it's just not illuminating anything. You can see the bright lantern, like a bright lantern, but it's basically as if it's not lit.
Get fucked.
I rolled a 9 for the strength to try to... for whatever I would need to move.
Yeah. You're just trying to... So what are you're trying to move the rock at the bottom?
See if I can...
Because I probably didn't explain as well. It collapsed like kind of straight down. It's almost like forming a new wall. So if you want, you basically have to kind of like try to punch into it or kind of like, dig into the wall because it's essentially like a wall. It just looks kind of roughly put together. It collapsed very neatly. Yeah.
Reassembled.
Yeah.
essentially.
Except for the extra ones that were on Pale Scales when he fell on the outside, yeah.
Guys.
Can we hear that?
No.
No, we can't do it.
It's almost like there's trickery afoot.
Yeah, it's almost like there is. It might not be that crazy. Does it look like there was another pathway that was closed already?
No. There's just 2 left.
Okay. So it doesn't look like there was 5 at some point or something? Okay.
No.
Alright. Right. I am not tying you to me, but I'll pick you up so we can walk in together as one spot.
I'm with it.
And then you should go by yourself in one, because I can heal him. Can you heal him?
No.
Okay, so I should take it, because I have
I can't.
a singular heal left.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
All
Which
right.
path do you want? Left or right?
I'll go right.
Okay.
So we'll go into the third option, basically.
Who's going? You and Pale Scales are going to try to go?
Yes, I'm cradling him.
Okay.
In front of you.
Okay.
Yeah, in front of me.
Pale Scales, as soon as your body fully clears the archway and Sebog's rest of his body is still in the archway, the rock starts to collapse. Roll a dexterity. It's got to be a 15.
So I gotta get 11.
Do I have to roll or just...
No, you're good.
That's
Nat 20.
Hey! Wow! Okay, cool.
There it is.
You're able to walk in. You feel the rock start like hitting your shell, and you're able to just kind of duck through, do a little roll onto your shell, and it collapses behind you.
Okay.
And you roll in there. As you stand up, it's very similar thing. It's very dark in here, and even I don't know if you have dark vision, but you really can't see anything.
Try seeing that.
But you do see the outline of a figure in front of you.
Did she?
No. It'll be you, Madras.
So in my door,
You just
I
have
went
the
to the
right.
right.
one. You entering it?
Yeah, do you want to go to the right?
Can I choose not to and instead follow them in the left?
It's collapsed,
It's
yeah. There's only one doorway left
I
now, yeah.
barely
gotta
made
go
it
in.
Yeah. You go in?
Yeah.
Cool. You walk in and this doorway collapses behind you. You're totally safe. Everyone roll initiative.
17.
15.
6.
That will be Lacey first. You notice a figure appear in front of you. This dark, kind of like shadowy, glimpse, like an outline, basically. But it looks like it's kind of far away.
I'm going to immediately go back into my symbiotic.
Okay.
In my symbiotic form.
Okay.
And I'm going to... It's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to go back into my symbiotic form.
Okay. Oh, roll initiative for your skeleton.
He's in the...
He's in his own door.
My boy!
I almost forgot.
What do they get for initiative?
Probably a plus.
My boy!
It's a +1.
That's
Nice.
10. That's,
Nice.
that's my boy. Oh no, my boy!
Father help.
Okay, cool.
Oh my lord.
Alright.
He can't do
So you went in your symbiotic. Anything else you want to do?
There's nothing else I can do.
Okay, gotcha. Alright, that will be Madras. You go into this room, right after the wall collapses. You also see this kind of ghostly, but like this black, like shadowy essence appear in front of you. What would you like to do?
Can I hide?
There's nothing really to hide behind. It's kind of just a square room. You can try. I mean, it's really dark in there, so you could try to hide, but you know there's nothing like physically you could hide behind. Because it's almost just as narrow. It's slightly bigger once you walk through the doorway, but it's still very narrow.
I'm going to attempt to speak to it.
Okay.
Hello?
You don't hear anything.
Okay. Well.
You could hold a reaction if you wanted to, or you could try to walk forward. You could do something, whatever you'd like to do.
I'm not walking forward.
Okay, gotcha. Do you want to just hold a reaction?
I'm holding.
Okay, cool. All right, that will be... Shit, what did the... Okay, got it. Okay, I almost forgot what the skeleton rolled, but I did write it down. All right, that will be Pale Scales. What do you want to do?
Do you want to see my arms for now?
So we also see the shadowy figure?
So you, as you guys walk in, you see the shadowy figure in front of you, yes.
Do you want to stay in my arms? Or?
You want to stay in my arms?
You want to stay in my arms?
Never let go,
Be held
Jack.
forever.
I notice the figure and leap up out of Sebog's arms. Or no, rather I tell you, put me down behind you.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
Okay.
Cool.
And
I mean, can he just get down?
behind him?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
is it too narrow?
No, you're able to. Yeah, you'd be able to kind of figure
Shit me
if you're
around.
both doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I stand behind him and looking at the shadowy figure, I am going
What?
to
Don't touch it.
So,
I'm gonna cast Firebolt at it.
Cool. Wait, but you're behind Sebog?
Yeah.
You
I just
don't
went throwing.
you don't have line of sight.
Oh, yeah, that's
if you want to get down in front of him, you could. and try
Already in
that.
action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I would need line of sight for everything else.
Sweet. All right, that's the skeleton.
I mean, right now we clearly told him.
What
to
can he
move.
do?
So all he really can do is listen to my action and then totally complete it. I can't talk to him, so he's kind of just...
Oh, okay.
His current mission was to walk 50 feet
Got it,
forward
yeah.
He's walking
and then
to the
50
wall.
feet back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. All right.
He's walking to death.
Cool. So he's gonna just keep walking.
Yeah.
He's going to move 30 feet forward
Yeah.
because it's his turn, unless he has a different movement speed.
That will be another thing. Okay.
It just fucked that skeleton up.
Sebog, that will be your turn.
Are you still trying to throw the fireball?
Mm-mm.
He's ready in action, yeah.
Nope.
Do I have a rough guesstimate of how far ahead he is of the shadowy figure?
It looks like. Oh, well, give me a perception.
Okay. 5.
Nailed it.
It's really hard to tell. Everything is kind of like fucking with your senses in here. But it looks like it's getting bigger. You think that it could either mean that it's growing or it's getting closer. You're not really sure exactly what that could mean.
I'm gonna walk forward. I mean, I'm gonna start walking forward until I feel like he's right in front of me, or not right in front of me. I want to try to have about 10 feet in front of us, if I can.
Yeah, you start walking forward, and you definitely can feel, it still looks really weird, this kind of ghostly figure, but you are 10 feet in front of it.
Okay.
And that does not take that much. It probably takes like about 10 feet to get to 10 feet in front of it. So you could close the distance if you wanted to.
Can I see more on him right now? Like, does it look like he has anything on?
Just like this, like kind of like it almost looks like you're looking at a shadow. Like it's kind of like this ghostly figure. Like you can it's kind of transparent, but just this sinister looking. Yeah, ghostly.
You know what? I'm gonna keep moving. I'm gonna see if I can walk through him.
You get closer, and you are not able to walk through it.
Okay.
And it is like a body, essentially.
It is a body. I don't know. Oh, God.
Everyone's so cautious.
I mean... Can I hold an action? Actually, no. Nothing happened. He didn't do anything. Can I hold, can I hold the rest of my action?
Sure.
Or is movement mess that up?
You can hold your action. Okay. Yeah. Movement's separate from action. Yeah.
Okay.
You want to hold your action?
Yeah.
Okay.
He tries to hit me up.
You see this figure, is just trying to get, it's right next to you, and it is just trying to get closer and closer to you. Like, you're basically, right next to each other, and it's like, it almost acts like it's trying to, phase through you.
Can I... Does it look like it has any intent of doing anything else besides just moving?
Give me an intelligence.
Intelligence. How smart am I? That's 13.
This looks like evil magic. Like a being of evil magic.
So it doesn't look like it's trying to get past me, it's just trying to get close to me?
You're not really 100% certain.
Okay. How do you get to me? So we're about 20 feet away from Pale Scales?
You are, yeah, you're 20 feet away from Pale Scales, yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna stand in front of him. I'm gonna stay here.
Okay. Do you want to hold?
Yeah, hold my action.
Okay, cool. That will be back up to Lacey.
Okay. I'm going to approach the figure and see if I can make anything out.
Yeah. So you walk closer. How close do you want to get to it?
20 feet away.
20 feet away from it?
Yeah.
Okay. It's really hard to make it out. If you want to do a perception.
Will this count as my action?
No.
Okay.
So sorry, I didn't finish my thing. If you want to do a perception with disadvantage, you can, or you can get closer and do it normal.
I'll get 10 feet.
Okay.
So that is a 21.
Hell yeah. Okay, cool. You get within 10 feet, and you do a perception, and this looks like a... It's hard to describe. It's like nothing you've seen before, but it basically looks like some kind of reflection, or projection. It looks like it can do damage to you. It can hurt you, and it looks evil. But it looks like some kind of again, reflection, projection of some sort in magical form.
I'm gonna cast protection from good and evil on myself.
Okay, cool.
So that means yes, so no, aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target, and I can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed.
Cool.
Okay. And then bonus action, I'm going to throw a sticker out at my circle of spores and see if I can hit it.
Cool. Yeah. Go ahead and give me. That's a Constitution.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha. It fails.
Okay.
So it is going to. You're going to be able to do damage. Tell me how exactly this happens.
So you just see Lacey pull back into her bag, and she just takes out like a sunflower sticker, and she throws it at it, and it hits for 4 damage.
Cool. Okay. Cool. The sunflower sticker goes ahead and hits it for damage. You see it kind of shudders. That will be anything else?
No.
That'll be Magic's turn. Your figure is still hasn't done anything yet, but it looks like it's getting ready to attack.
It looks like it's getting ready
Yeah.
to attack. I'd like to cast Sleep on it.
Cool. Yeah. What's this? How does that work exactly?
So, roll 5d8. The total is how many hit points of creatures this spell can affect. So creatures within 20 feet of a point that you choose within range are affected in ascending order of their current hit points. It's fine. Yeah, I think I just use it.
Yeah, you just
falls asleep.
Well, it's
It's still got to be probably a roll, right?
rolls. How many rolls do you get? So
5d8.
she rolls 5d8. That's how much hit points that she can deal in sleep.
Right.
If she does their
What?
total or however much they have,
Right.
they fall asleep.
Got it. Okay. Cool. How many was it?
5d8s. I haven't remembered.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and do that.
Okay, hold on, I need this.
Solid. Start.
A creature's hit points must be equal to or less than the remaining total for the creature to be affected.
Got it.
She has to do enough. sleep
Undead
damage.
and creatures immune to being charmed aren't affected by this spell.
Cool.
You keep them?
Keep going. How many is it?
34.
34. Okay, you cast this, and your looks like your figure collapses to the ground. Looks like it's unconscious.
Okay.
As it does, a little like blast of energy kind of comes at you like magic, and does 3 damage.
Okay.
Cool. That will be Pale Scale's turn. Pale Scales?
Mm-hmm. Thinking.
So you have this figure, Sebog's right up next to it.
Yeah. And I don't have line of sight.
hold your action, I can.
I'm going to use the help action on whatever Sebog does next.
So he has to be doing it to get. You can hold an action and then use that to give him help. Yeah, totally. Okay, cool. So you go ahead and do that. That will be this figure in front of you, Sebog. What was the last thing that you did?
We're just standing facing.
Right. Yeah, you're just ready in action. Okay, cool. Yeah, it looks like it's still trying to like phase through you or something, and just keeps kind of basically trying to like walk through you, or like hover through you.
Pale Scale's the first one through the door. Can I grapple this shadow?
Yeah, totally. Give me a strength saving or a strength check.
That's a 22.
Oh hell yeah!
22.
Yeah. Okay, so you're able to grapple this figure. What would you like to do with it?
I want to keep it down, and I'm going to tell Pale Scales to walk past us.
Okay.
Essentially, us being on the ground.
Cool. Yeah.
He can just walk over us and keep going.
Yeah. Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Cool. You do that. How far do you want to walk? Full movement.
Maximum movement.
Cool. So you're able to walk past like just after like essentially 10 feet. Like after you pass them, it just feels like there's like this like black wall that just stops you from moving forward.
Like it physically prevents
Yeah.
me, but I'm making contact with it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can still do something if you want to.
Yeah.
I would say you'd use your movement. You have your line of sight on the thing being grappled by Sebog if you want, because it's kind of still facing you, even though it's grappled. So if you want to cast something, you can, or...
I attempt to cast Firebolt on the black wall in front of me.
Okay, cool. Yeah, go ahead and roll that.
It's a +8 spell attack.
Okay.
So I think that I would roll that plus my thingy. Is that right?
I'm going to say, just for the sake of time, you cast that, and it just dissipates in the wall.
Okay.
And then that will be back up to Lacey.
I'm gonna draw out my scimitar and attempt to stab it.
Before you do that, you feel some kind of, I guess, spell being cast on you. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
14.
You fall asleep.
Fuck me. Okay. Okay.
And then every turn you're going to get a chance to wake up.
Okay.
That will be Madras.
So I just put him to sleep.
Your figure is asleep on the ground in front of you.
Okay, I'm running straight past him.
Okay, cool.
Am I coming in contact with a wall in the
Yeah.
same way? Okay. So it seems.
Give me a perception roll
Yeah.
as you get to this wall.
9.
Okay. Just seems to be the same kind of weird black, like-ish energy that your projection thing in front of you is made of. Seems to be of the same kin. Anything you'd like to do?
I think I'm gonna use poison spray.
Cool.
So he has a saving, Constitution saving throw of 15.
I'm going to say because they're asleep,
Have that?
yeah, you're just going to be able to do damage.
I rolled a 12. So he takes 1d12 of poison damage.
Cool.
Oh, and this increases by another d12 at fifth level. So I'm going to do this again.
Cool.
Fifth level?
I am at 5th level. I'm level 5.
No, that's like it's a
Spell.
spell, basically, yeah.
Level 1.
Good catch.
Okay, so we're at 12.
All right, Lacey, you take 12 damage.
No, yeah, you are 5th level.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So I can roll again.
It's not a spell. It's not casting at a 5th level.
When I'm at
Oh, okay,
level
cool.
5.
You might take more damage than that.
I got an 8. So
Cool.
you got 20 damage poison.
All right, that will be Pale Skills.
I'm
so sorry.
Did I just grapple a skeleton?
Or Madras or me, too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
we don't know that, but we know that.
Bitch. No.
Yeah, we don't know that, but we don't know that. So. He's walking.
We don't know that, but we know that.
The skeleton's trying to walk back.
Is it your turn?
Is it my turn now?
No, it's Pale
Oh,
Skills.
yeah, well, I didn't think it was yet.
You got the figure grappled. Sebog's holding it right now. You see, strangely enough, it's still trying to. It's grappled on the ground, still trying to move forward.
Well,
Makes
I
a lot of
mean,
sense.
without knowing this, my goal was to let him go on the other side of me to see if he would. That was what was going to happen before I knew any of this stuff. You can leave it alone.
We think it's the skeleton?
Well,
you have no idea.
we
think
literally
it-
don't know.
Right, but we wouldn't have any idea.
Yeah.
So what I would want to do is I would want Sebog to bring the shadowy figure over.
Okay. Do you want to hold your action
Yeah.
for Sebog to do that?
Yeah.
Cool. This figure just keeps trying to, walk forward. Doesn't even try to break out. What do you want to do?
Try to push the figure into the black wall in front of us.
Do you want me to bring it towards the wall?
Yeah, where I am facing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Am I going to be able to shimmy that around all of this? If I...
Yeah. There's
Roll
it's
well
literally
enough.
just a little hallway. Yeah,
Yeah,
you can move it. It's not even trying to struggle out of your grasp. It
Oh,
just
can I
keeps trying to
can I
move
just-
forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just do it, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, and then so what you're going to try to...
I'm bringing it to the wall with my movement.
So you press it up against the wall?
Yeah.
You take this figure, as soon as it makes contact, the black kind of wall that seems to be kind of made of the same weird dark magic material, as soon as it makes contact with the wall, it breaks into a pile of bones, and this wall just drops in front of you, and these stones break and shatter in front of you, and you guys also see the same thing. In front of everybody, this black wall just kind of dissipates, all of your projections disappear, and it's the four of you and a skeleton in bones on the ground. Yeah, you wake up.
Cool.
All conditions end.
So we're all in the same area now?
Yes, you're all in the exact same room.
Icy wakes up and looks around and goes, I never get to stay with my symbiotic form.
And as you do that, you see, and kind of going forward, this big archway that kind of opens up the entire room into this big circular room. In there, you see this pedestal with this black orb and this kind of light shining straight down onto it. Natural light kind of shining, the first natural light you've seen down here. And then as you do that, you see kind of from around the corner, a figure walks up, which you notice to be Kyros.
Oh.
And he says, "Oh, hi, Sebog!" And that's where we're at our session.
Wow.
We did it.
Oh my gosh.
Combat.
That was a wacky one, and I felt so bad because we're going so late, but I was like, oh my gosh, it's such a tricky thing, and everyone's being so cautious, which is smart, but it's like, I just need somebody to attack somebody for them to get it.
I was waiting. I was starting to, as soon as Lacey fell asleep.
When she fell asleep, it was when I was like, oh, God.
Yeah.
And then went back and was
oh,
casting
God.
poison spray. I was like, oh no.
As soon as something happened, I was like, I just need somebody to do something. I was like, oh shit, what if none of them do anything? I was like, we're gonna be here all night.
I'm grappling a skeleton.
Oh man.
Wow.
So I was originally just gonna try to let it go.
It would have just kept walking
and
into
it
the...
would have walked back. Would anything have happened?
No, I would have had to touch the other wall. Yeah.
Holy buns, that would have sucked.
It essentially just kind of because your paths are passing now, it was supposed to be somebody was going to have to go down for the wall to open. But essentially this wall is kind of made of the same magic, so it's essentially going to cancel itself out. So I kind of made it so that wall could be something that would take one of you guys down. Luckily, it happened to be the skeleton in this case. But then it would also kind of shatter the illusion, essentially.
Yeah.
Nice skilly, bro.
I really thought you guys.
Honestly.
Part of me, yeah, the skeleton actually really did. It saved you guys from being down.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really was so expecting you guys to be way more. At that point, way more combat heavy, but I didn't expect you guys to go through the first section twice.
So much.
I was like, because you guys were, the timing was supposed to be you guys were going to get through the whole thing by the end of it. I was like, oh no, we're not going to do the whole thing. But it was hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, I wanted to lick it.
Of course you wanted to lick it.
I did.
When will you learn? You were missing a hand.
After the second